revolution, 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 revolution. Another slap in the face. I know this time of the year is a revolution. But still I'm all out of place. Open your mind to the change of evolution. Another slap in the face. I know this time of the year is a revolution. Still I'm all out of place. Open your mind to the change of evolution. Right, yeah.
We are live from Las Vegas, Nevada for the Revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars. And we have a great crowd in hand. Jeremy Borash along with Mark Madden from the Aladdin. And we are off and running, and certainly a night of explosive action getting underway with 6 of the greatest cruiserweights in the world as we get things going for the World Wrestling All-Stars Revolution. Let's take it down to ringside for our announcer, Tom Schreiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a 6-man cruiserweight survival elimination match. Introducing to you first, weighing in at 215 pounds and hailing from Toms River, New Jersey, here is Nova. And weighing in at 170 pounds and coming to us from Brooklyn, New York, here is Loki. Weighing in at 180 pounds and hailing from 20,000 leagues under the sea, here is Shark Boy. Weighing in at 202 pounds and hailing from Gainesville, Georgia, here is AJ Styles. Weighing in at 2,337 liquid ounces and hailing from Brooklyn, New York, here is Tony Mama Luke. And weighing 210 pounds, and coming to us from Los Angeles, California, here is the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
All right, we are off and running for the World Wrestling All-Stars, The Revolution. Jeremy Borash, along with Mark Madden. We are ringside here at the Aladdin.
You guys ready? You ready? You guys stay out till you tag, all right? You ready? Let's get this thing going. Come on.
And Mark Madden, we are off and running with two of the greatest cruiserweights in the ring right now, with AJ Styles and Tony Mamaluke.
Jeremy Borash, 6 wrestlers enter this match as relative unknowns. 1 leaves the ring as a star. It's the first pay-per-view for all 6. For the winner, it's not going to be the last.
This is a cruiserweight survival match, meaning pinfalls will determine who survives.
What about DQs, countouts, that stuff?
It's all according to what referee Slick Johnson has to say. Look at AJ Styles. Look at Mamaluke. Of course, AJ Styles, who is certainly no stranger to those in the southern areas of the United States of America. Tony Mamaluke, of course, a former paisan with a company you and I used to work for.
Tony Mamaluke, I heard he got thrown off The Sopranos for being too violent. I think that speaks for itself. AJ Styles, a Don homeboy from Georgia. He's living his dream, Jeremy. And if he wins this match, he can dream a whole lot bigger.
Well, he certainly is looking to make an impression, as on all 6 of these individuals. And already, look at that, Mamaluke bleeding from the nose as the punishment dealt out by AJ Styles. Look at this. Oh, right over. Mamaluke lands on his feet, catches AJ Styles right on his back, and looking to bridge now.
The action real intense already. These cruiserweights know how to go. WWA is going to be a haven for cruiserweights, Jeremy, before the night's over. All the top cruiserweights that aren't here are going to want to come here.
Well, Shark Boy certainly from the deep blue sea.
I heard he bites people on the ass. What do you know about that?
I've heard such things, and whether or not he does that in the ring or not, I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's a drop kick by Shark Boy. Shark Boy takes it to Mamaluke with a chop. The Aladdin here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the home of the very first pay-per-view from the World Wrestling All-Stars in the United States of America. Look at that big clothesline by Mamaluke. Down goes Shark Boy. On the outside, drinking a cup of water is Nova.
That's his new professional attitude. He's no longer a cartoon character. It's very businesslike. Maybe that's coffee. Maybe he's on a coffee break, Jeremy.
He may be. Look at that. Oh, atomic drop to Mamaluke. Wait a minute. No, there it is.
Oh, he's biting him on the ass. The hooker charged me $15 for that last night here in Vegas, Jeremy.
And she gave you $10 and change.
I'd rather not comment on that.
Look at that. Oh, great neck breaker by Shark Boy. Down goes Mamaluke. Here's a cover. 1, 2. And no can do. Not enough to pin. Tony Mamaluke, who makes the tag now to Low Key. Look out, Low Key, who is so quick, who is so fast. Takes an atomic drop from Shark Boy. Oh, not so fast.
Not so easy to bite Low Key on the ass, I'll tell you that right now.
Low Key, certainly.
He's mocking Shark Boy's gimmick. Oh, and I bet that's not for the first time either.
Vicious chops by Low Key. Now keep in mind, at any point, anyone can tag in. It's an elimination match. There's a drop kick. The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, tagged in. Christopher Daniels, certainly one of the top, if not the top-rated athlete on the independent scene now with the World Wrestling All-Stars. Oh, there's a vicious chop. And again, by Low Key. A third to the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. Ducks the clothesline. Low Key. Oh, vicious chop of his own.
They don't call him Low Key for anything. He's very quietly intense. He's very organized in there. Christopher Daniels got a little excited. Low Key took advantage.
Unbelievable kick by Low Key. Low Key implements a form of martial arts into his high-flying offensive regimen. Oh, Nova now.
He spilled his coffee. He spilled his coffee.
Nova, probably the veteran of the group, I'm going to say, with the most experience on a national level.
But like I said, he's not a cartoon character anymore, Jeremy. No longer a cartoon character.
Nova, very well built.
He's a serious businessman, a fine technical wrestler.
Now goes switch for Daniels, over the top. Big leapfrog by the Fallen Angel. Arm drag, takedown. And Christopher Daniels. It's one of his own from Nova. Look out, over the top rope. And it's Nova now, on the outside. Comes in, look at these. High-flying cruiserweights from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Oh, right to the face.
They're all good at offense, but they're all good at defense, too. It takes move, a sequence to break through with some real offense to do some real damage.
Now tagged in. Once again, Low Key. Double suplex coming up from the team of Nova and Low Key. Now it's every man for himself.
Little double gourd buster there by Low Key and Nova. It's not really every man for himself. These two just teamed up on poor Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel.
Well, it's every man for himself in a survival match. Every man will be eliminated until there is one survivor left. Low key now from the top. Rather the second rope, a springboard into one of those vicious kicks from Low Key. Crowd here in Las Vegas, very supportive.
Got to cover the man, no posture for the crowd, son. That's why you're still trying to get someplace. Here comes Tony Mamaluke. He was busted open like 3 seconds in. Big suplex. He's ready to do some busting open himself, Jeremy.
Mamaluke is known as one of the men who in this business really has no fear, isn't afraid to go that extra mile, to do something crazy, take that extra advantage. And his face is a bloody mess.
How'd that happen?
I'm not sure.
Did that happen backstage?
What is this? Shark Boy. Oh, look at that. Look at the innovation.
That's going to be all for Tony Mamaluke.
Mamaluke, here's a cover. No tag, no tag.
Oh, Slick John says a tag. Good referee, and I always knew he had it on. He had it going on as a referee.
Referee Mark Johnson calling it like he sees it. Shark Boy now whips Mamaluke. The tag was made to the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, who's still on the outside. But apparently Mark Johnson didn't see that tag. We're back out to the ring now. Here goes Shark Boy. Shark Boy to the floor. Wait, not so fast. Mamaluke out of the way. Shark Boy doesn't do it. Here comes Christopher Daniels. Oh, through the ropes. And his head connected with that barrier at ringside. Shark Boy over the top.
Mamaluke got the back of his head rammed right into the guardrail. Now back in the ring. It's AJ Styles and Nova. And Shark Boy goes in the crowd.
AJ Styles and Nova in the ring. Meanwhile, it's Mamaluke. Mamaluke is on top of the rail. They are now in the crowd. Mamaluke takes things out to the crowd. They are 3 rows deep. Meanwhile, in the ring, it's Nova and AJ Styles. AJ Styles now delivering right hands to Nova.
The action fast and furious. It's going between the ring and the outside. Everybody's banged up to some extent, Jeremy, and the match is only a few minutes old.
Well, certainly all 6 men know what's at stake here in this contest. All 6 men realize that the world is watching.
Nova with a modified STF, it looks like, on AJ Styles in the ring. But now Mamaluke rolls in and forces a break.
Shark Boy on the top rope. Beautiful move. And Mamaluke, who takes a beating better than anybody, yet still persists to continue. No, that is 2. Referee Slick Johnson rules.
I thought it was 3.
Referee Slick Johnson rules it was a 2 count. Not enough to take out Mamaluke. One tough Paisan, don't mind telling you. Here comes Shark Boy into the corner. And it's Mamaluke now.
You call him a spaghetti bender when we're off the air, Jeremy.
Beautiful move by Shark Boy. Here's a cover. Makes the tag again. Good officiating by Slick Johnson, calling it like he sees it. Wait a minute, low key. Unbelievable move by Low Key.
He's like a very violent cheerleader with that cartwheel into a kick.
And Shark Boy. The first down, but what an impressive effort nonetheless.
Hey, he got paid. He bit people on the ass. That's a full day for a guy like Shark Boy.
Too bad, Shark Boy.
He's not a man, he's a fish. And certainly not a victor here tonight, but a very, very good effort nonetheless by Shark Boy. Here's AJ Styles. Here's Low Key. Matching each other's kicks. AJ Styles takes down Low Key. I've been impressed with AJ Styles since the very first time I saw him. NWA Wildside in Georgia. Certainly since then has been looked at by all major promotions.
He's my favorite coming in. What do you think? He's the guy a lot of promotions are looking at. He's got a lot of experience. His style is very varied. To me, AJ Styles, a very slight favorite coming into this match.
But certainly you have to wonder what strategy will be implemented as the men are eliminated as the countdown continues. It's Cruiserweight Survival here, kicking off the revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars. Look at that bloody face. Mamaluke's face busted open. And AJ Styles now going to work on Low Key. Rather, Low Key meets AJ Styles. How quick, how fast is he with those feet? Look at
a little double kick to the quad there. AJ Styles can't even regain his feet.
Low Key measuring. Oh! Good Lord, check that man for a face.
I got hit in the forehead with a molar. He kicked his teeth right off my head.
1, 2, and AJ Styles survives. Somehow is able to kick out of the untamed arsenal of Low Key here from the Aladdin Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we are live for the World Wrestling All-Stars. AJ Styles firing back to Low Key. Low Key now into the ropes, ducks the clothesline. Ducks the clothesline again from AJ Styles. Oh, they meet in the middle.
They took out each other's rib cages. A double flying body press. Both men tag out. It's Mama Luke and Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels now.
Daniels certainly a short but very impressive stint in World Championship Wrestling. Certainly the politics that were involved in that we'll get into here on the air, but certainly Christopher Daniels, if not one of the most favored wrestlers in the world today to be the next big star, the next big star, and certainly there is a great reason why. Takes down Mama Luke.
That was kind of a reverse Russian leg sweep, Jeremy, or something.
And Mama Luke now. You see the blood covering the ring. That is from the face of Mama Luke.
That could be tomato sauce. Maybe he just ate before the match.
Wait a minute. Ducks under, and instead, AJ Styles is down. Christopher Daniels on the top rope. And Tony Mama Luke meets him in the middle. Here we go. From the top rope. High-risk maneuver coming up from Tony Mama Luke. Dear God, right on the back of his head.
Well, on the back of Mama Luke's head, too, Jeremy. Mama Luke gave out punishment, but he took just as much. He can barely struggle over. Can he get a pinfall attempt here? Here's the cover.
And Christopher Daniels somehow finds his way out.
What fantastic action, Jeremy. Only $19.95 for this pay-per-view. I paid $1,500 for a six-way at the Chicken Ranch last night.
Chicken Ranch. Is it fast food? 11 herbs and spices? What is that?
You know it is. Oh, the Angel's Wings. That should do it.
There it is. Christopher Daniels taking out Tony Mama Luke with the Angel's Wings. Makes the tag to AJ Styles. Looking to put the finishing touches. Looking to eliminate one more man. What is this? AJ Styles. AJ Styles has Mama Luke. This looks very dangerous. Dear God.
That would be the Styles clash, and I think that's going to do it.
And a bloody and battered Tony Mama Luke is taken out of Cruiserweight Survival, our opening contest here for the Revolution from the World Wrestling All-Stars. It's Nova now, going to work on AJ Styles.
Nova, very businesslike, not a cartoon character anymore. He's here to win, and he's here to show what he's got on pay-per-view.
Here's a cover, 1-2. Not enough to pin AJ Styles. Nova certainly looking to make an impression here. It's been, well, it's been over a year since he was last on pay-per-view, and certainly after the trials and tribulations he's gone through in his career, nice to see him back on pay-per-view, certainly looking to make an impression, and in a big way. Wait a minute, blocks that from Daniels. Now goes to work on AJ Styles.
The fist up, baby, you gotta open it up.
And a drop kick that connects by Christopher Daniels to AJ Styles, who makes it the key to low, or the tag to low key. Easy for me to say. Low key now in. Snap mare. Oh, come on.
If we'd have had Loki kicking for the Steelers, we might have got to that Super Bowl yet, Jeremy.
Don't hold your breath on that one. That's not to say anything about Low Key. It's something about your Steelers.
Easy.
Low Key now. Reversal from Daniels. Oh. Up now. What is this? Look at this. Spinning maneuver by Daniels. Very impressive.
Well, no, I don't know if it was too impressive on Low Key's part. Daniels straightened him out and got an offensive move in there.
Top rope elbow smash by Nova. Looking to take out Low Key. That could do it. 2. Oh, no, not enough. Low Key kicks out.
What a match. What a match. 4 men left in this six-way. The competitors just going all out. Shark Boy and Tony Mama Luke are out. We're down to Nova and Low Key in the ring. Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles outside.
Tags are allowed at any point to anyone, and it's a Cruiserweight Survival match. The last man to survive is the winner here as part of the Revolution from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Tag has been made now. Oh, look at this.
Oh, he's in the tree of woe.
What is this?
But Daniels ignores him and goes up top.
Daniels now taken down by some right shots by Nova. Meanwhile, Low Key and Nova balanced on the top rope. What is this? Oh, good Lord. That's a submission maneuver. That's a submission maneuver by Low Key.
What improvisation by Low Key to almost get a submission out of Nova.
Way to think on his feet. Low Key now to the top rope. Low Key, high risk maneuver coming up. Does not connect. Did connect, actually. 1, 2. And at the very last second, it's the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, who is able to kick out all 6 of these athletes. We're down to 4.
Who would you give the edge to so far, Jeremy? I'd say Low Key's looked the most impressive of the competitors left in the ring.
It is anyone's call at this point. Low Key now. Now out to the ring. Chris Daniels takes Low Key and introduces him face first to the protective barrier at ringside. It's Christopher Daniels now. Beautiful maneuver to the floor.
What a move. What a move.
as low key now.
What a move!
We could say that 100 times here, I guess. These guys are so innovative. AJ Styles now high risk maneuver. Look at this, AJ Styles. Shooting star press to the floor.
Shooting Styles press, please.
I stand corrected. Crowd on their feet here.
Anyone doing something that dangerous deserves to have its own name for it.
The Aladdin Hotel and Casino host to the very first live pay-per-view, the very first match on American soil for the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly I couldn't pick 6. Look at that, AJ Styles on the floor. Couldn't pick 6 more impressive cruiserweights to kick off the World Wrestling All-Stars revolution than these 6 individuals, now down to 4. As we are in the midst of Cruiserweight Survival, our opening contest here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Low key now, look at that. And down all the way across the ring, 2, 3, and low key is out.
Teamwork there by Nova and Chris Daniels, but Nova comes off the top rope with the missile drop kick and takes down Chris Daniels. Jeremy, these guys are fighting for their futures, for their careers. They get a paycheck today, but if they win, they might get a bigger one tomorrow. TV exposure. Who knows what's going to happen for the winner of this match?
It's AJ Styles and Nova in the ring. Christopher Daniels on the outside has to be tagged in to be part of the match legally. It's Cruiserweight Survival. AJ Styles now into the ropes. AJ Styles busted open as well. Takes Nova now. Ducks a big right hand. Oh, look at that. Big elbow smash. That takes down Nova. It's Chris Daniels in the ring now. Oh, Uranagi kick to the face of Nova. And AJ Styles so vicious with his feet.
Please, not to correct you.
Thank you.
I got some bad news from backstage. Shark Boy has eaten creative consultant Terry Taylor. There's a neck breaker. That could be it for Christopher Daniels.
Not going to do it. Not going to pin the fallen angel Christopher Daniels. And our opening contest here is part of Cruiserweight Survival.
What a great opening match.
These guys are unbelievable. All 6 individuals.
Top
notch.
It is Survival. Jeremy, there's so much on the line.
Look at that. Beautiful moonsault. That connects. AJ Styles kicks out at the very last moment. And now Christopher Daniels cinching in on a devastating, on a very painful submission maneuver. And it's Nova now going to work on Daniels.
Daniels says, bring it. Hit me some more.
Dear God, look at that. Look at that.
Everyone's in a submission hold in there.
I think I'm going to submit after this. Unbelievable.
By the way, at the beginning of the show, I said that this was the first pay-per-view for all these guys. I did that to kind of make our pay-per-view seem more important, and you kind of exposed, but don't worry about that.
No problem. It's Nova now. Ducks under. Nova now backs Christopher Daniels into the ropes, is met with AJ Styles. Sunset flip. Oh, unbelievable.
What's it going to take to get these last 3 guys beat?
At this point, it's got to be survival. It's got to be instinct at this point. For these 3 to survive this match, for the elimination process to go, it's got to be every living, breathing effort that these guys have it's going to take to compete and to survive in this opening contest for the World Wrestling All-Stars. It's Nova now to the second rope. AJ Styles throws him off.
Nova's so tired he's not getting a lot behind his punches, but Christopher Daniels got a lot behind those open hand chops, baby.
Oh, unbelievable. It's Christopher Daniels now to the top rope. Christopher Daniels now. Wait a minute, is caught by AJ Styles, suspended in midair. No way. Oh. Can you hear the crowd? 1, 2, and 3. It's Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels has been eliminated.
And then there were 2. Nova now going for the quick pin. Christopher Daniels, an incredible effort. Nova now going for the quick pins. And then there were 2. AJ Styles and Nova, the final 2 combatants in Cruiserweight Survival for the World Wrestling All-Stars. It's Nova now. Oh, beautiful maneuver. That takes down AJ Styles. We could have a pinfall here. 1, 2. And not enough to pin AJ Styles.
Nova, that was the spin doctor by Nova right there. Nova knows every move in the book, and the ones he doesn't know, he makes up as he goes along. No longer a cartoon character, but still very much an innovator when it comes to wrestling maneuvers.
1. Oh, spun around by AJ Styles. These are 2 of the best. Oh, beautiful maneuver. A modified face plant, and now a cover.
I think he modified Nova's face with that face plant. These guys are in there operating on guts and instinct alone. Not much left in the tank for either. I got a feeling the end of this match is just seconds away, Jeremy.
Well, who can really call a winner at this point? Certainly it's survival. It's every man for himself, and their 4 men have been eliminated. 2 are left. It's AJ Styles now on the very top. Boy, this is a very dangerous situation. Nova has met him on the top rope. AJ Styles and Nova on the top rope. Unbelievable maneuver by Nova. That could do it. 2, 3. An unbelievable effort as Nova has survived Cruiserweight Survival.
Well, I don't think there were really any survivors in Cruiserweight Survival. Look at Nova. He can barely stagger to his feet to have his arm raised by referee Slick Johnson. But, Jeremy, you got to give it to Nova. He knows all the offensive moves. He had more defense than anybody. He stayed in there, and he survived, period.
Well, absolutely. You take a look at these 6 combatants that we have had in this match, and certainly you got to give it to Nova, the man who survived Cruiserweight Survival, but hats off to all the combatants that participated in our opening contest. Mark, it's good to be here in your town, Las Vegas, your kind of town. I know certainly the town has been buzzing
Gambling,
since.
a lot of booze, legalized prostitution. In my mind, you can't beat it. I'll show you around a little bit later.
Wow, well, certainly. We are in a position right now to tell you that there's some great things in store, some big surprises. We don't even know what's going on here tonight, but we understand that a little bit later, Bret the Hitman Hart will be addressing the crowd. And certainly...
a great Canadian hero.
Yeah, we have an incredible lineup in store for you. The big return tonight will take place in this very ring as well, Mark. I'm talking about the big return of Big Papa Pump.
Big Papa Pump, the greatest living American, in my opinion, Jeremy Borash. He looks like a Michelangelo statue come to life, perfectly sculpted, perfectly conditioned, the genetic freak. Who's going to beat him? I don't know. I'm just glad I never have to wrestle him.
Certainly with the events that have gone on here in the last few days leading up to this pay-per-view, we really are at a loss for what is going to happen. We know that some of the matches are scheduled to take place, but certainly, as has come to be the reputation of the World Wrestling All-Stars, expect the unexpected. I know it's kind of a cliche, but certainly at this point in the game, we're going to wait to hear what Bret Hart has in store for the rest of the night here. Certainly, we do know this. We do know tonight it's going to take place in a no disqualification match. The very dangerous, the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal Sabu will go one-on-one with Devon Storm.
Sabu with Devon Storm, Jeremy. There are a lot of brain cells that have been killed over the long careers of both these men. I think Devon Storm is making an attempt to get a little away from crazy and a little more into technical ecstasy. Sabu, you know he'll take a lot of punishment to give out well. A lot of punishment. I can't pick a winner in that one, but I can think both guys might feel and look like losers afterwards. There's going to be some bloodshed in that match, to be sure.
All that and a whole lot more as we bring you the revolution from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Yes, there he is, the commissioner of the World Wrestling All-Stars, Bret the Hitman Hart. We are waiting with bated breath to find out what he has in store tonight. We have a main event. We have a World Heavyweight Champion, the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. And certainly, look at that, Bret the Hitman Hart here in Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm sure has some words for the fans in America.
You know, he picked the Canadian hockey team that won Olympic gold today. He was the general manager.
Let's hear what the Hitman has to say.
That's my story anyway.
Hello, Las Vegas. Well, I just want to say it's a really special thing to be here. You know, there was a time I didn't think I'd ever set foot in a wrestling ring again. And then there was a time I didn't think I'd ever set foot in a wrestling ring here in America. So this is a great feeling. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me. So as the WWA commissioner, I'm back there making sure we got a lot of young talent back there, a lot of young guys and a lot of big names. Scotty Steiner, Jeff Jarrett, but a lot of new blood, young guys that are out here breaking their necks and giving you guys the best they can. So I hope you people will take that into account. And I'm happy to be part of it. Now, as far as the main event tonight, the Space Cowboy Randy Savage is not going to be here. So the onus has been put on me to select the right guy for the main event. So,
all right, we've been waiting for this.
I've taken a lot of things into account. It's not going to be me. Don't.
Ah, come on, one more time.
I wish. But I've always been a little partial to the second-generation wrestlers. And I know Jeff Jarrett, the WWA World Champion. He's a second-generation wrestler, and like I said, I'm a little partial to that. So I've decided that Brian Christopher, Jerry Lawler's son, and just on the merit, the fact that he was on the last tour that the WWA had, and I think that he's paid his dues a little more than some of the other guys back there. He's going to be in the main event, working against Jeff Jarrett for the WWA World Championship.
Wow,
so,
that is a big announcement,
that's
certainly.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Brian Christopher has done amazing things.
My experience with the WWA started a little while back. I went down to Australia, and while I was there doing some promotional work, that's when the World Towers were bombed. And for me, that was a really tough time, and it was obviously a tough time for Americans, but I just want to take the time to say here that, you know, I was always sort of dubbed as a guy that was anti-American and stuff like that, but my mother's American. I got an American passport. And I like to think of myself as a North American, but I just want Americans to know that while I was in Australia, and I think around the world, that, you know, the bad people out there, they don't speak for the world. And down in Australia, they wept with the rest of us, and it was a tough time. And it has a lot to do with why I'm part of this company, is that I just like the integrity they had, and the people down there were great, and I hope that it stays that way.
Amen. Amen, Brett.
Now, you have to take this opportunity to congratulate the Canadian hockey team.
Yeah, you know, somehow I knew he'd fit that in.
Why don't you shut up? Shut up!
Suddenly he's the biggest heel in the room.
50 years, a long time.
It was a big cheat job.
I just want to say, for me, it was a great thing to watch the Canadians and the Americans in the final.
Oh, wait a minute.
But granted that the Canadians did win the gold medal, I just want to say that I think bigger things are in store for Americans. I think there's a bigger prize out there, and maybe Canada and Australia and the rest of the world will help America take Osama bin Laden and kick his freaking ass.
Oh, wow. Had my finger on the button there. Wow.
What if Bin Laden were in the main event tonight?
Fitting for Americans than the gold medal. Maybe Canadians will take the gold medal, and you guys can have Osama bin Laden any way you want him.
I really wanted that gold medal today.
Anyway, I hope everyone has a great show. Enjoy the show. Thank you very much for having me, and let the games begin. Thank you very much.
All right, there he is, the Commissioner, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Brian Christopher and Jeff Jarrett. I'm telling you what, that's going to be a great match. Brian Christopher can dance. He can get jiggy. He may be Jerry's kid, but he can wrestle. And today, against Jeff Jarrett, he's going to put on a wrestling telethon.
Well, certainly you have to wonder. Wait, let's go backstage.
It's the Funkster. That's right, brother. Let me tell you something, brother. Puppet and T.O., the Funkster's got a big match coming up on pay-per-view, brother. And the Funkster is gonna teach you guys how to wrestle, brother. Cause the Funkster, dude, he don't need no trash cans. He don't need no light bulbs. He don't need no kendo sticks, brother. I got the most devastating finish in the business, the big leg drop. And when I drop it, brother, I've dropped 700-pound men with it. I've sold out arenas worldwide, brother. I've hoisted a 700-pound man over my head. It made the earth move, brother. So when the Funkster goes out here tonight, he wants you, Puppet, and you, T.O., to take note of a real wrestler. And don't worry, Puppet, the Funkster is gonna teach you how to drop the leg on somebody someday. But I haven't forgot you, T.O. I got a video for you, brother. $49.95. You can watch the Funkster pose the largest arms in the world, brother. And as the Funkster walks out to the arena tonight, brother, what you gonna do, brothers?
Kind of shocking what happened to Holland there.
Oh, I got you,
Wait a minute. What happened to Alan Funk? What happened to the Alan Funk we knew
And loved.
Unbelievable.
Well, he is a real American, Jeremy, and I think he's grown some hair back as well.
Yeah, he certainly has. Reno on his way to the ring, one of the great superstars of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Wait, that sign's wrong. We're in Vegas, not Reno.
Reno, certainly.
Oh, this guy's named Reno.
A Las Vegas native now, of course, rolling the dice in Reno.
And what better place to roll the dice?
Introducing to you first, weighing in at 240 pounds and hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, here is Reno.
Then right here on pay-per-view TV, Jeremy.
Wow. Well, I don't know what to ask more about. What happened to Alan Funk and who are those midgets he was talking about?
Well, it's my understanding, Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong, later on we're going to have a match involving midgets, which is very unique.
As opposed to the matches that don't have midgets. Unbelievable.
225 pounds, and coming to us from Venice Beach, California, here is the Funkster.
The Funkster, Alan Funk. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, kick some ass, do what you gotta do. But do it in front of the fans here at the Aladdin. And what you gonna do when Alan Funk has a personality disorder?
Does he still have that show where he drives that boat around?
I loved him in Three Men and a Ninja.
I didn't. Look at this guy, he's gone nuts. He's like Sybil.
Alan Funk, who has gone through a metamorphosis of sorts, apparently influenced by another superstar in this profession.
Anybody can see he's imitating Terry Funk, Jeremy.
That is true. That's why they call him the Funkster, one-on-one with Reno. And certainly, if you know these two, quite a interesting story. Reno comes in with a vicious clothesline. Look at Reno's in fantastic shape.
Well, this is simple. Both of them trained together at the Nod to Funk WCW power plant. One went nuts, one didn't.
Well, certainly. And what can you say about Reno, huh? There's a clothesline by Alan Funk, who now takes it to Reno. Reno, a Las Vegas, Nevada native, wrestling in front of his family and friends here in this great facility at the Aladdin. And the Funkster, saying his prayers, eating his vitamins, and kicking some ass to Reno. Oh, there it is.
You know, I would have been really embarrassed for him if he couldn't rip the shirt off. That's pretty much Funkamania 101, isn't it?
Certainly Alan Funk, a great athlete, and last seen. Oh, wait a minute, here they come over by our table. Be careful. Back in the ring now, thank God, as Reno.
Last seen in a straitjacket, that's what you were going to say, correct?
That's correct. Reno takes Alan Funk now into the ropes. An amazing, amazing announcement earlier that it's going to be Brian Christopher in the ring with Jeff Jarrett. Both men, certainly second-generation competitors, and if you were part of our UK tour for, look at that face-first body slam by the Funkster. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Not enough to pin Reno.
Just for the record, I was not the 700-pound guy that the Funkster pressed over his head, dude.
The Funkster now has Reno in his grasp. Here comes a suplex. It's blocked by Reno. A second attempt. Reno now. A suplex of his own. No, face first. As we are live from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Actually, groin first.
Down to the floor goes Alan Funk, the Funkster. And Reno, who loves to roll the dice on occasion in the ring, certainly a finishing maneuver that Reno has in his arsenal that is not only spectacular to see, but devastating to anyone who is the recipient of it. And Tantric kicking off things here tonight for us at the Revolution pay-per-view.
I quite like Tantric.
Fantastic. On tour now with Creed. Look out, are in front of our table as the...
You get jumpy every time there's action near the table.
I'm very
I'll
jumpy.
protect you, I promise.
What happened to that Ritalin you're gonna give?
Well, I'll tell you what, God help Reno if the Funkster funks it up a little bit and gets that pathetic-looking offense. I mean, throws those punches and kicks that he's so well known for.
Well, certainly, Alan Funk, who, for those who are not in the know, has certainly seen his share of hard times, not only with the training in the power plant, as anyone will attest to, almost like a boot camp of sorts. 1, 2.
Great gut-wrench suplex by Reno. Let's talk about Reno a little bit. He's the serious wrestler. He's in there doing a hell of a job.
Well, certainly, I think when it comes down to in-ring competition, both men know what's at stake here in the World Wrestling All-Stars organization. We do know that coming up as well tonight, we will have Devon Storm one-on-one with Sabu in a match that's certain to go all over the building. Look at this power. Look at this. Oh, Alan Funk nearly dropped on his head by Reno.
Reno merciless in there. He's taken the American legend, the Funkster, and twisted him inside out, turned him around upside down, every which way. Here's a cover, 1, 2.
Well, certainly, you have to wonder at what point in the Hulkster.
Funkster.
The Funkster, that's what I said, right? The Funkster gather enough of that inner strength, that intestinal fortitude.
And funk it up. Get funked up. We want the funk. Gotta have that funk.
Goes to work now on Alan Funk, Reno. Mark Madden, after certainly a year's time, I guess you should take this time to tell the fans what you've been up to. I mean, certainly we've...
Drink a lot, watch TV, sit at home. That's about it.
Nice to know you haven't changed. Reno now whips Alan Funk into the ropes, ducks the clothesline. Alan Funk, beautiful sunset flip. Not enough to pin Reno.
The Funkster used that move in Japan to beat Inoki once, I think. Look at Reno. What a magnificent competitor Reno is.
Fantastic physique, not afraid to dish out punishment, has been known to get into those hardcore matches from time to time. And certainly isn't afraid to get hardcore here tonight. The Revolution from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Should also mention tonight, Chronic is here. We saw those midgets running around backstage. And certainly, at this stage in the game, with the advice given to them by Alan Funk, I wonder if they're going to heed his advice.
I don't know, maybe not. Look at the Funkster now. He's getting the bejesus beat out of him. I haven't seen the Funkster taking the task like this since Hellwig's Pharmacist beat the hell out of him at the Sky Dome that one year. Oh, wait, he could be funking up.
Could he be? Could he be gathering enough of that intestinal fortitude? Could he be funking it up? Here we go, crowd getting behind the Funkster.
Reno. Got to give him support too, Jeremy.
Oh, Alan Funk now has funked it up enough, gathered enough of the intestinal fortitude necessary to just suck it in and do something here. Oh, wait a minute. Beautiful suplex by Reno. Here's a cover, 1, 2. Not enough to pin the Funkster.
It takes more than that to beat the Funkster, brother.
Tonight as well, we are going to see a triple threat match as Juventud Guerrera takes on Psychosis, takes on Eddie Guerrero.
Wait a minute, he's funking up!
Wait a minute. Crowd getting behind. Oh, wait a minute. Not yet. Here we go.
Your turn's over, dude!
Into the ropes. Into the ropes goes Reno. Ducks the big boot. Reno sizing up and delivers a beautiful right hand that connects to Alan Funk. The Funkster now down but not out. Reno, wait a minute, here we go. Could this be it? Could this be it? Roll of the dice.
That's got to be it for the Funkster. Reno, what are you waiting for? Pin him. He's going to go upstairs.
Reno rolling the dice in front of his fans here at the Aladdin Hotel and Casino in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. From the second rope comes, is met with a big boot.
Just for the record, I used to shut the bathroom door so my mom wouldn't catch me rolling the dice. He's funking up again. This is incredible. This man has so much reserve left in him, so much heart, so much willpower. He's unbelievable.
Look at this. Crowd getting behind the Funkster. Crowd showing their support for Alan Funk.
This reminds me of those classic Funkster Ric Flair matches in the early 90s. Title versus title, it was unbelievable.
And the Funkster going to work on Reno. The Funkster whips him into the ropes. Big boot. Are we going to see it? Crowd on their feet here at the Aladdin to see the Funkster. Wait a minute. Pile driver coming up from the Funkster. Ooh, vicious.
The Funkster looking for fan approval. He's getting it. The crowd here at the Aladdin Hotel just is going nuts for the Funkster. Here it comes.
Big leg drop by Alan Funk. A cover. 2, 3.
No one kicks out of the leg drop, brother.
Well, too little too late for Reno, as he has become the victim of the Funkster.
That leg drop reminded me, Jeremy, when the Funkster beat Yokozuna clean in the middle with the leg drop. Look at the man. Look at the man. I hope Russo doesn't come out here and call him a piece of garbage now.
What's Rene Russo doing in Vegas?
I'll tell you later. The people going nuts for the Funkster. This was great.
Alan Funk, your winner at our second contest for the Revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Do you see big things ahead for the... Oh, wait, what's going on here?
Limousine pulling up. Who could be inside? The Aladdin, the home of the Revolution for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Who's inside the limousine? Well, yes. Don't recognize her. Don't recognize her.
Hubba. What's the other word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, hubba.
Wait a minute. There he is. Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner, the big bad booty daddy, is here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And he's brought his freaks and he's brought his peaks.
The genetic freak looking better than ever. What's he got in mind for tonight, Jeremy? You know something about this.
Wait a minute. Look at this here at ringside.
Shut up, all right? Hey, I was supposed to wrestle that jacked up, super spaz Brian Christopher tonight, but apparently that jackass Bret Hart has been drinking so much beer today, celebrating Canada's win in hockey, he let him do it instead of me.
What in the world is this man doing out here?
Well, I'm the one that should be in the championship match tonight, and I guess since I don't have an opponent now, I'm going to issue an open challenge to anybody that wants to wrestle the biggest, baddest, booty-shaking icon in the history of wrestling today. And I'm going to sit out here and do announcing and wait till somebody comes and wrestles me. You got that?
Who's he talking about?
Well, fine.
I'm not really sure. You're going to join us. You're going to sit here with us at commentary. All right,
Up everything. I heard you mispronouncing everybody's names.
Who, me?
Yeah, you've been mispronouncing everybody's names. You and Jeremy, both of you.
We've been doing a fine job. I don't appreciate being talked to that way.
All right.
Well, your friend, your good, close personal friend, Herb Brooks, screwed up the American hockey team today. Our fine bunch of Americans were ruined by your stupid friend.
Well, I can see you're paying tribute to the American performance in the Winter Olympics.
All right, very good.
You have the Washington Monument on your face.
Are you ready for our next contest?
I'm ready for this. I know who's wrestling.
All right,
and
let's
you
go to
guys
our
want
next
to wrestle
contest.
me?
I don't want to wrestle you. Our next contest here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. About to come your way. Oh, boy. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for this. How about the announcer? Why don't you announce it? Come on. You want me to do your job, too?
All right.
If we keep checking around, maybe we can find a job you can do.
Let's go.
Are you trying to insult me, sir, you dirty mouth? Are you trying to insult the Disco Inferno?
I didn't say anything dirty mouth, sir.
Can we get on with the show?
Let's
I didn't
go.
want to interrupt anything, all right? I don't do that.
Let's bring the next participants out.
Hey, where's
for
your
our following
duck?
contest. Where is your duck?
Are you trying to make fun of me?
Didn't you used to have a tennis racket, too, or something like that?
Can we get on to the next match? I don't want to make it sound like I'm holding anything up here.
All right.
All right?
very good.
So
All right.
let's get on with the show.
Let's go on to our next match. Let's go to Tom Treber, our announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing to you first team number 1, hailing from the Navajo Nation and weighing in at a combined weight of 515 pounds. Here is the Navajo Warrior and the Ghost Walker, collectively known as Native Blood.
Native Blood from the California area now.
I don't know if you knew this, but there's no place in Nevada for Native Americans to build casinos, so they all wrestle apparently.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 597 pounds. First from Kona, Hawaii, Brian Adams, and from Atlanta, Georgia, Brian Clark, both known as Chronic.
Oh yeah, tag team action. Brian Adams, Brian Clark, Chronic, here tonight for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
No politics, no favoritism, no backroom dealing going on, Jeremy. Tonight we're going to see Chronic be Chronic, and it might set the cause of Native Americans everywhere back a couple of moons, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, this Native Blood, kind of an unknown tag team, and apparently we found out what Chief Nakahoma's been doing ever since they took down the teepee there at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
Certainly Chronic, tag team champions, and have wrestled all over the world. Two fantastic veterans.
Are those the Young Bloods?
And Native Blood, their opponents, Brian Adams and Brian Clark, here in the World Wrestling All-Stars.
You know what, I gotta say, Chronic's good, but I don't know if they can beat Strongbow and White Wolf.
Are these guys related to Chief J. Strongbow?
Well, they certainly would.
I thought all Native American wrestlers were related somewhere to Chief J. Strongbow.
Would you stop it, please? That's an insult. Now, look at this.
Oh, a good sneak attack by the Native Americans.
Native Blood going to work on Chronic, not so fast. Look at how big. Look at the size differential between Brian Adams, Brian Clark, and his tag team, Native Blood out of California. Certainly looking to make a name for themselves in the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Wait a minute, I thought these guys were from the Navajo Nation. Where's that at?
I believe it's in California.
Well, you know, they took the whole Navajo Nation and put them on this reservation.
I know, when they split it up, I understand that's where Belarus came from.
Look at this. Look at this. High above his head. Oh, wait a minute. To the floor. Look at the size and strength of Brian Adams.
Chronic's unbelievable. Chronic pain, chronic suffering, chronic humiliation. That's what Adams and Clark are all about, baby.
Chronic pain in the you-know-what.
Okay, why don't you go in there and tell him that, brave boy.
I would tell them.
Eiffel
but they're
Tower
involved in
face.
the match right now. Hey, come on, enough with the nose jokes. My nose is
Oh,
not
look at that. Brian Clark, who while is one of the biggest men in this sport, can move like a cat, not afraid to do just about anything outside the ring, inside the ring. Shows little fear, and any opponent he steps in the ring with, look at that.
And absolutely one of the most agile big men in wrestling today, no doubt about it.
Brian Adams now. Great. Certainly the...
Brian Adams here, he kind of reminds me of George O'Leary a little bit because he says he's from Kahuna, Hawaii, when I know for a fact he's really from Honolulu.
Oh, here we go! Fatty, boom, fatty!
Oh, wow.
That big full Nelson slam. There you go. The power of Chronic.
All right, get out of here. Come on, man. Get back out of here. Wait till your tag.
Chronic
Let's
looking
get
better
back
than
there.
ever, Jeremy.
Certainly Brian Adams and Brian Clark have seen their share of opponents in the ring, certainly at this stage of the game.
And certainly they haven't met quality competition like these Native Warriors here.
Native Blood looking to make a name for themselves here in the World Wrestling All-Stars. That's what it's all about, folks. Take a look at our opening match, our Cruiserweight Survival match. Just looking for an opportunity, just looking for a chance. And certainly two different styles here with Native Blood and Chronic. Two different teams, certainly. One team traveled the world and wrestling in every major promotion in the world. The other team just looking for a chance to shine here in the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Chronic is looking good doing that.
Cover, not enough to pin Native Blood, and certainly, you gotta wonder, Disco Inferno, you made an open challenge to anybody. An open challenge tonight. You feel that there's anybody in the back that you can defeat because you feel that it should have been your world title shot?
Yeah, well, I don't see anybody in the back that's capable of beating me. I checked out the backstage area.
When was the last time you won a match?
When was the last time I won a match?
Last time I saw you, you were throwing a banana off a cage.
Hey, what is this? Who wants to be millionaire, whatever that show is?
Who wants to be a stuttering idiot? There's a big chop coming out of the corner.
And certainly Brian Adams and Brian Clark.
One would think these tomahawk chops by the Native Americans would have more effect.
Look at that, sizing him up. It's Clark now. Oh! High impact maneuver by Brian Clark.
Boy, this is, I'll admit, this is a mismatch.
Oh.
Where were these guys Native Blood? Where are they from?
They're from California.
They're from Brooklyn.
Are these the guys that used to wrestle the Mulkey brothers in South Carolina all the time?
Please. Yet to come tonight, Juventud Guerrero, Psychosis, and Eddie Guerrero. Three-way dance for the Cruiserweight belt. Certainly going to be interesting to see Eddie Guerrero back in action. Oh, beautiful DDT.
Is this the same Native? But wait, I know these guys. These guys used to wrestle as the Conquistadors with masks on the World Wrestling Federation.
That's not true. Absolutely ridiculous.
In about a minute, I'm going to take your open challenge. Big double drop kick by the Youngbloods. Now I'm doing it.
1, 2, and not enough to pin Brian Adams of Chronic. Both these men certainly in incredible physical condition. Adams and Clark.
I'll tell you what, when I grew up in the streets of Brooklyn, New York, there was nothing more intimidating than seeing two mean Indians walking on the street. Boy, everybody's always stay out of their way for sure.
Native Americans. And they're doing a good job. These Native blood guys, they're taking it to Chronic a little bit. I think it might be a temporary condition. Oh, as of right about now, big backbreaker.
Wow, tremendous strength. Those guys are strong, Chronic.
Is it fair to say, Disco, that they're the two strongest wrestlers in the World Wrestling All-Stars? Maybe you throw Scott Steiner in there, too?
Well, then they wouldn't be the two strongest wrestlers. They'd be two of the three strongest wrestlers.
I guess we are getting word from the back. Still more confrontation between those two midgets. Look at this. Sizing up. It's Brian Clark with the meltdown coming up. 1, 2.
Oh, big save.
And just in the nick of time.
Uh-oh. He's in trouble.
Chronic, look at the size of these two individuals.
Sometimes when you go in there and make a save like that, all you do is get Chronic more pissed off.
Like you prolong the agony. Adams and Clark, double shoulder block.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with going through a little pain and agony during a match. Believe me, I should know.
Yeah, every time I've worked with you, I know what it feels like. Here we go. A little high times, I think, Jeremy.
High times coming up. Adams and Clark.
Oh, wow, man.
Once again, it's Chronic smoking the competition here in the World Wrestling All-Stars.
They are an unbelievable tag team, one of the best anywhere. The only thing that can stop them, and the only thing that has stopped them, backroom politics. Chronic are among the best tag teams in wrestling anywhere.
And once again, taking an advantage, taking the opportunity. That's what it's all about here at the World Wrestling All-Stars. Given a chance, let's see you shine, let's see what you can do. We've seen it tonight from the Cruiserweights, kicking things off with Cruiserweight Survival. We've seen it from the Funkster. We've seen it from Rena. And tonight...
And the only ones that blew it are these, the native, whatchamacallits here.
Native blood.
Native blood. Boy, they blew it.
A hell of an effort, I will say.
The native whatchamacallits.
Well,
Not
native,
enough.
Native warriors, well, it doesn't matter what their name is.
You must have done a good 30 seconds of preparation for tonight's broadcast.
Well, I
Ladies and
wasn't prepared for the
gentlemen,
broadcast. I prepared to wrestle tonight, okay? And my title shot was taken away from me. I'm supposed to wrestle that jacked up spaz Brian Christopher, who I know for a fact has been spending his time signing autographs at bar mitzvahs these days.
That's ridiculous.
That's true.
Tonight, it's going to be Brian Christopher and the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, for the World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight title. Your main event tonight, plus a lot of things yet to come. We have no idea what Bret Hart is cooking up backstage, but certainly we do know it's going to be Devon Storm and Sabu. We do know it's going to be a three-way dance for the Cruiserweight belt. Eddie Guerrero, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrero, three-way dance tonight.
Can't wait for that three-way dance. Eddie Guerrero might have an edge. Bit of a mean streak as compared to Juventud Guerrero and Psychosis. But I just like the fact that Brian Christopher got the title shot and you didn't.
Well, at least I look good on TV.
An open challenge made.
And I don't?
We'll see what happens.
Has any word on the open challenge? Any word from the back yet?
No word from the back. I tell you what, but we have heard from the back that, well, let's take it to Terry Taylor backstage.
Midget, the little guy, you got a bad attitude, don't you?
Give me the mic before I use your balls as a speed bag. Yes, this is Puppet the Psycho Dwarf. Midgets are the true stars of America. When we came out of our mother, the doctors and the nurses just stopped and stared. When I was a little child, I would weeble wobble down the street. Everybody would stop and stare. My ultimate goal in life is to destroy every midget, every weeble wobble that walks in America. And then, when they're broken down, I will be the true star of America. God bless America.
much, huh? The lovely Starettes.
I want to thank Kimberly Page for taking the 15 seconds necessary to choreograph the Starettes.
I don't care how they dance, I just care how they look. The beautiful Starettes. Part of the World Wrestling All-Stars Revolution pay-per-view. And certainly, as we come to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, we see, I don't even know what to think after the angry midget. Just let us know what his feelings were.
Any word on whether any of these 3 Starettes are trying to take my open challenge right now?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Starettes here is part of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
One just smacked the other one on the ass.
Hey, that's entertainment in my book.
It really is.
Yeah. Well,
I'd like to get paid in Starettes if that's possible.
Beautiful. I think one thing we can always count on is the unexpected here in the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly as we look forward to the big main event tonight, Brian Christopher, Jeff Jarrett, we've got some great action as well. We've already seen Chronic looking very impressive tonight.
Chronic, unbelievable. The Native Blood tag team held in there, Jeremy, and gave Chronic all they could handle for a while, but when you have that much power and that much agility and that much experience and that much speed, I mean, for big guys, they move pretty fast. You knew Chronic would break them down sooner or later and break the Native Blood down. They did. And
certainly you got to wonder at this point, wait a minute.
Hey, oh, they're jump-starting the match.
Wait a minute, the midgets are back. Look at this. Are you serious? When was the last time you saw midget wrestlers? When was the last time you saw midgets? Here we are, the World Wrestling All-Stars. It's Tio, and he calls it, if you see his shirt in the red, Midget Killer. Suplex. Suplex on the ramp.
These guys can't even get on the big kids ride in an amusement park, and they're out here killing each other, Jeremy.
Tio.
There's a little unknown fact about these two.
Oh, dear God.
These guys have actually been feuding for years, having these hardcore matches for years. When the feud started, they were both 6'2".
Look at these midgets go.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, kill him. Kill the little bastard.
Come on, Mark, please. Oh,
yeah.
Right into the stairs. Mark, calm down, please.
They're going to need body bags after this, Jeremy.
Jeremy, do you know what type of vibrate we could do if one of these midgets killed the other one right here live?
Please. He's got a trash can.
Jeremy, if not body bags, maybe a couple baggies or something like that.
Wait a minute. It's Tio now. Tio is the man in the black. Puppet is in the red. Is now wearing that trash can.
Oh, come on.
You're kidding me. Oh! Come on. Are you kidding me? Oh! And for a second time, it's Tio delivering a chair.
This game will be available on the Xbox in a few months.
Wait a minute. He has that. He is now encased Puppet.
Oh, no. Come on.
In the garbage can. No, not from the...
No. No, yes. I mean, yes. Go. Try to kill yourself.
It's Tio on the very top rope.
Oh, no. He might die.
He's trying.
Do it.
Fly, midget, fly.
Oh, dear God, are you Did that just happen?
Hey, there's a lot on the line, Jeremy. I hear the winner gets elevator shoes.
It's Puppet inside, or what's left of Puppet inside that garbage can. Tio, the man in black now going for a pin. 1, 2. Hardcore action, pinfalls count anywhere. Here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. You've seen what's transpired backstage. These two have been at it all day.
Hey, if anybody dies and we have to cremate a body, I got a Bic lighter.
And it's now Tio on the outside. Has Puppet.
Oh, big right hand.
Right hand.
Another
and again.
big right hand. Kill him. Come on, you guys aren't being violent enough.
That's right. The back of that guy's shirt says BloodyMidgets.com. Well, I want blood for crying out loud.
Pull out a sharper object to hit him with.
Right, Bloody Midgets. Bloody Midgets. I want Bloody Midgets.
Please. You guys are getting carried away. It's action in the ring. It's Tio.
Oh!
Face first. Leg drop. To the face.
That was a
Puppet.
That was a Billy Barty facebuster, I think. Look at these midgets go. There's a lot on the line. This is the biggest midget match ever, to coin a phrase.
Into the ropes now. Goes Tio, ducks the clothesline by Puppet. Oh, wait, he has him up. Wait a minute, he has him up. What are we going to see here from Puppet? Power slam. 1, 2.
No, that's not enough to beat a midget in a hardcore match. Come on.
Now, is this hardcore Falls Count Anywhere?
Falls Count Anywhere, hardcore midget action for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
So over the bottom rope's not a DQ automatically.
What are we going to see here?
High vertical.
Jackhammer.
Low vertical suplex into a jackhammer.
That was more like a ball peen hammer.
There's a kick out. There's a kick out. And it's Puppet.
Shut up.
You know, I've been waiting for this since the Viagra on a pole match in WCW.
Boy, Puppet having issues here with the fans at ringside. Wow. This guy's willing to challenge anybody.
Maybe you. Maybe they'll accept the open challenge.
Into the ropes now. Look at that. Oh! Beautiful maneuver.
This Puppet is one badass midget, baby.
Here's a cover. That's going to do it. 1, 2. Oh, not enough. Not enough to pin Tio. From the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Why aren't they trying to hit each other or trying to throw them off the balcony or some type of violent maneuver?
It's my understanding the loser has to be a lawn ornament.
A lot of attitude from these young men. Into the ropes now goes Tio.
These young men!
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, what is this?
Okay.
Oh, he's going for the... What is that?
It's a modified Boston Crab.
Lean forward and try and break his back.
A modified Boston Crab.
It's a midget tamer. Jeremy, you're speechless. Fill in some gaps here for crying out loud. Help me out.
Well, I wish I had more background on these guys.
Well, we do know. They are from Chicago.
And I understand that their parents were midgets.
And now.
We should have Randy Newman as guest referee. Because these
ever.
short people got no reason to live, that's for sure.
Back into the ring now goes Puppet. The trash can has been thrown in. And it's Tio meeting him as he enters the ring. Tio delivering some
right hands.
Here he's climbing now.
He's
Here we
going
go.
up.
Count to 10. Can he do it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. Powerbomb.
This reminds me of La Parquita against Octagoncito, except there was a lot more good wrestling in that match. This is just really violent.
Here's a cover. 1, 2. Oh, just barely kicking out. Tio, with what strength is left, with what he can muster up from inside to continue in this contest.
Maybe he should put him in the trash can, cover the trash can with a lid to suffocate him.
At this point, Puppet looks to be doing just about anything he can. Now is putting that trash can in the between the first and second ropes. As Tio now.
Oh, he's like,
get up!
He's almost dead. This could be the final finishing maneuver. We might see his life ended right now.
Puppet,
We can only hope and hold our breath.
savage, face first into that garbage can. Dear Lord.
These guys are going to be awful battered, bruised, and swollen. I hope they can still fit into those Teletubbies outfits.
Please, Mark. Wait a minute, to the top rope.
Oh my God.
To the top rope.
You gotta be kidding me.
Is Tio.
He must be at least a good 6.5, 7 feet in the air.
Oh, swanton bomb, that does not connect. After that one, you won't see that man making cookies up in a tree anymore.
He was up so high, he could have almost reached up and grabbed a basketball goal.
It's Tio now, down. Puppet going to work on Tio. Midget action from the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Wait a minute, were these guys Oompa Loompas in that Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory movie?
That's enough. Now, out to the stage now.
They're going to brawl into the crowd, I hope.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Puppet now. Putting the boots to Tio. Puppet now. What does he have? What's he doing?
What? He's going under the ring for something.
Oh my God.
What is that? What is that?
He's
a
got
bag.
He's got a
It's a
bag
bag.
of stuff.
Thumbtacks.
Oh
Dear
my God.
You're kidding me.
Come on.
At what
For
point?
God's sakes.
At what point?
That's a human being. I know it's a midget, but it's still a human being, I think.
What is this?
What's he going to do?
Puppet now.
Fireman's carry.
Fireman's carry to Tio. What does Puppet have in store?
No, don't.
Don't.
No, yes, do.
Don't.
Do it.
Don't
do it.
Stop.
Do it.
Stop.
Do it.
Stop. Oh!
1, 2, and mercifully, Puppet has defeated Tio.
Puppet, the Psycho Dwarf.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, no. Come on. You're kidding me.
Yeah, the genetic freak.
What
Big Papa Pump has come back to the city of Las Vegas. And I tell you what, Big Papa Pump's such a great lover. I hear the hookers out here pay him. Heck, they give me a discount just because I know him. Look at these broads. God, Jeremy, you ever seen anything like that? Without paying for it, I mean.
Can't say I have, as the lovely ladies, apparently the precursor to the arrival of the big Bad Booty Daddy, Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner is here in Las Vegas for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Yeah!
What's he doing out here?
And apparently he has just taken this time to... He has picked this opportunity now.
What's he gonna do?
Wait a minute.
Steiner, no, come on,
Oh,
Steiner.
come on. Come on.
Come on, keep it going. Yeah!
Steiner.
Yeah! There you go, you big bully.
Steiner
Pick on
now.
somebody your own size. Not you, Scott. Keep going.
Steiner now has Puppet. Oh, come on.
Oh,
Dear
come
God.
on.
That is...
I love it.
Well, they asked for it. They're getting what they deserve.
I love it. God help me, I love it so.
Tio now. Oh, the big bad
Yeah!
booty daddy. The big bad booty daddy has Tio over his head. What's he gonna do? Oh no! Oh dear God!
Scott Steiner has just won Olympic gold in the midget toss. Way to go, Big Papa Pump. Yeah!
What does that bring the United States medal count to?
The big bad booty daddy
He looks better than ever. Better than ever.
back. The World Wrestling All-Stars. What an incredible physique. And check that midget for a pulse, for God's sake.
Now everybody knows that I'm an aficionado of poontang, bourgeois, snapper, and clam. And when I ride the pink pony, I definitely bust it. Now last night, I took Miss May up to my bungalow, and she took her up to the mountaintop and piss knocked until she called me the big bad booty daddy. Now, for some reason, that Canadian son of a bitch, Bret Hart, didn't consider me worthy enough to wrestle for the world title. And since I only care about two things, my freaks and my peaks, whether an official match or not, I'm gonna officially kick somebody's ass.
Oh, wait a minute. Let it be known.
He should go back there and find somebody and kick their ass.
Let it be known that the big bad booty daddy is here in Vegas.
There's a lot of people out here, man.
And while he is here to...
You wanted to fight earlier?
While he is here, he has made it known he is not getting the world title shot tonight. And let's be honest, this is
Man wanted to
completely
fight. Man's
pissed
been
off.
looking for a fight all night.
Scott knows.
Hey,
I'm a
Man's
big
been looking
supporter
for a
of Big
fight all
Papa
night.
Pump.
If you want to fight, fight Man.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute.
That's good for me.
And it's the Disco Inferno.
Well, I can see the open challenge has been accepted. See the power. See the power of the superstar, Jeremy. He is all over the Disco Inferno.
It's now Disco Inferno now. Oh, wait a minute. Delivering some offense to the big bad booty daddy. Disco Inferno. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, belly to belly suplex over the top by Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, who has returned to the world of professional wrestling in a big way. And unfortunately for the Disco Inferno, he's the first victim. Big chop by Steiner and a big right hand.
Scott Steiner is just inflicting punishment, Jeremy, the way only Scott Steiner can. Disco trying to mount a little offense here, though.
Not so fast.
Oh, that nose rammed into the turnbuckle. Scott Steiner is all over the mighty DI.
Wait a minute, look at this. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. And the Disco Inferno, our broadcast partner turned victim.
Well,
By the hands of Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, the big bad booty daddy, the man with the strongest pimp hand in Vegas.
there are two rules in life, Jeremy. One is there's always a victim. Rule number two is don't be Scott Steiner's victim.
And look at that. The freaks and the peaks here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And look at this, it's just a test. It's just a toy for the big bad booty daddy. Not even a match, not even a sanctioned event here, as Scott Steiner has held hostage the revolution for the World Wrestling All-Stars, taking upon himself to destroy the Disco Inferno.
Well, there is no referee, so this carnage is going to last as long as Scott Steiner wants it to. They're up top now, Scott Steiner. Oh! Big belly-to-belly superplex drops off the top, and look, he still has the strength, the energy. He'll be pushing up on Freaks later, but he's pushing up for us right now.
And Steiner, not even a sanctioned match, goes to work now. Oh, and here it is. The finishing maneuver of the big bad booty daddy. The Steiner recliner to the Disco Inferno.
I don't think he's quit yet. Scott Steiner with, well, not mercy. Maybe he just got bored because that was a one-sided butt lumping, Jeremy Borash. Look at the man. Look at the man. The most magnificent athlete in America today, Scott Steiner.
Well, he's back, and he has picked this opportune time in front of a worldwide audience for the World Wrestling All-Stars to show the wrestling world that the big bad booty daddy is back, ready to take names and kick some ass. And the first ass kicked, the Disco Inferno.
Well, I don't think Scott much cares if he takes names. I think he's going to wipe out anything and anyone in his path. Scott Steiner is in the WWA in the biggest way possible.
Well, he certainly is, and I think he will have those 6 for lunch. His freaks and his peaks.
It's hard to judge which ones are more impressive sometimes, Jeremy.
Ah, yes, the lovely ladies accompanying the big bad booty daddy, as he has certainly picked this opportune time to return to the world of professional wrestling, laying out the Disco Inferno before our very own eyes in front of a worldwide television audience. What an opportune time. Now, certainly, Scott Steiner, here in the World Wrestling All-Stars, has been with us on tours of the United Kingdom. He's been to Ireland. Nice hair, by the way. Been to Ireland with us, been to the United Kingdom, and really for the first time back here on television, the United States has chosen to dismantle the Disco Inferno. And
you say it like it's a bad thing.
Wow.
In retrospect, did Disco do the wrong thing making an open challenge, Jeremy? It's starting to look like he may well have.
Yeah, he certainly has. Well, Big Papa Pump has returned and certainly looks... What? I think your open challenge has been answered, Disco. Thank you. All right. Well, the Disco Inferno will live to breathe another day.
Maybe.
An ass beating, and one that was well deserved, if I may say myself, from the one and only Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. Yet to come tonight, it's Sabu and Devin Storm, one-on-one, no disqualification match, and certainly that one's going to be wild, and we are going to see certainly an unbelievable no disqualification contest there.
Well, Devin Storm, we all remember him as the guy at the gas station, the guy in the jean shorts, the guy who was crazy, who would risk himself to get a move in, who would risk more than that to win a match, but he's kind of calmed down a little from what I hear. He's still evil, he's still calculating, he's still dangerous, but I heard he's been working out in the ring quite a bit, Jeremy. He's achieved a little more technical perfection. We'll see what he has to offer tonight against Sabu.
Well, certainly it's going to be an interesting match. Let's see what's up next. It's Juventud Guerrera versus Psychosis versus Eddie Guerrero, and that one is going to be for the Cruiserweight match, the Cruiserweight title.
Well, the last time I saw Juventud Guerrera, he was fighting off half a dozen cops and he was naked. And, you know, 2 guys in a wrestling ring, that would be old hat for him, I would say. I'd say Juvi will have no problem competing like crazy in this match.
Should be a great one. Cruiserweight action underway for the World Wrestling All-Stars Revolution from Las Vegas.
Will Juvi be naked?
There he is, Juventud Guerrera. Now at our last pay-per-view, the Inception from Australia. It was Juventud. That mic obviously damaged by
Ladies and gentlemen,
the back of the Disco Inferno suplex right on our announcer's mic, for God's sake.
Did we sue Disco Inferno to make the pay for damages to the
ladies and
microphone?
gentlemen,
Juventud Guerrera, the former.
ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen.
Now I'll go at it. Ladies and gentlemen, Psychosis in the ring now.
Juvi's in the ring, please. Psychosis, let us
ladies
in
and
the ring.
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a 3-way dance. Introducing to you first, 180 pounds, and hailing from Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico, Juventud Guerrera. Weighing in at 195 pounds, and hailing from Tijuana, Mexico, here is Psychosis.
Psychosis capturing the belt. in front of a great crowd in Cardiff,
and
Wales.
Ladies and gentlemen, 210 pounds, and coming to us from El Paso, Texas, here is Eddie Guerrero.
Oh yeah, big return from Eddie Guerrero. Have not seen him in quite some time, and looks like he's in phenomenal shape. Ah, look at that. He's jacked, he's ripped, and he's challenging tonight for the International Cruiserweight Championship of the World. Eddie Guerrero versus Psychosis versus Juventud Guerrera, the Cruiserweight belt of the World Wrestling All-Stars, on the line in this great contest.
In a three-way dance, Jeremy, you always wonder where the secret alliances may have been forged. What alliances will be forged during the course of a match? Juvi, Psycho, Eddie, they've all been partners, they've all been opponents over their long and illustrious careers. I'm sure there's a backstory going into this match, and I'm sure that backstory will avail itself in a big way once the bell rings.
Well, certainly. The story right now, at the here and now, is the Cruiserweight title. Now, really, I think so much at stake here for Eddie Guerrero. Something to prove. Eddie Guerrero has been through a lot in the last year, certainly, and back on pay-per-view has been a long road for Eddie Guerrero, but certainly here tonight, he's in the ring with two of the most incredible, high-flying, lucha libre-style athletes in the world today in Juventud Guerrera and Psychosis.
Let me ask you this, Jeremy. Does Eddie strike you maybe as a more polished all-around wrestler? Maybe a guy who's a little more accomplished on the mat? Maybe a guy who, if he decides to grind the match, can get an edge? I somewhat wonder if that's Eddie Guerrero's strategy for this bout.
Well, you really have to have a strategy coming into this. Juventud Guerera, Psychosis, Eddie Guerrero. Three-way dance for the International Cruiserweight Championship of the World for the World Wrestling All-Stars. A little history on the belt. If you saw the Revolution, or rather if you saw the Inception, our last pay-per-view from the World Wrestling All-Stars, in the opening contest, it was Juventud Guerera one-on-one with Psychosis in a ladder match. An incredible match, incredible action between Juventud and Psychosis. And of course, it was Juventud coming out on top with the belt later in the year in Cardiff, Wales. Psychosis defeated Juventud Guerera and now currently holds the International Cruiserweight Championship.
Psycho and Juvi kind of squaring off. Eddie Guerrero content to sit in the corner, but now he rushes in to the action, and it's a three-way collar and elbow tie-up. Eddie Guerrero has to fire right away.
Triple threat match. That means at any point, whoever catches the pinfall is the winner. Three men in the ring all at once. And certainly that can lead to some incredible scenarios. Look at the action. Look at Juventud Guerera. Look at Psychosis. Look at Eddie Guerrero. Three in the ring at once for the Cruiserweight Championship. Whoever catches the pinfall is the International Cruiserweight Champion of the world. Eddie Guerrero now has Juventud Guerera. Juvi now back into the ropes. To the floor goes Juventud Guerera. To the floor goes Eddie Guerrero. And now it's Psychosis. Psychosis taking a run for it. Psychosis over the top rope to the floor. And all three on the floor with the International Cruiserweight Championship of the World on the line.
There's going to be a ton of punishment handed out before this bout is over, and it seems to be the smart thing to do. Oh, Juvi thrown into the protective barrier. It seems to me the smart thing to do would be to kind of lay off to the side and let the other two guys wear each other down. But that's not going to happen, Jeremy. These guys have too much pride and competitive instinct to sit back and let the other two fight.
Beautiful spin kick from Psychosis from the top rope. That could do it. Two, not enough to pin the reigning and defending International Cruiserweight Champion Psychosis as he goes to work right now on Juventud Guerera. Mark, you got to think of the strategy that's implemented by these three athletes. You got to wonder what game plan they have coming in. It's not your typical match. Three at once certainly leads to some interesting and, well, some opportune moments, but at the same time can also be tougher.
And all these guys, oh, big face buster by Psychosis. All three of these guys have a mean streak. I think 1-2 near pinfall for Psycho. I think that, Eddie's mean streak is the widest, but let's face it, they don't call the guy currently locked up with Eddie's Psychosis for nothing. And I think Juvi's crazy personality speaks for itself, Jeremy.
Well, certainly you have to wonder at what point does it rely on instinct? Do these athletes go for instinct? And certainly Eddie Guerrero, Psychosis, and Juventud Guerera. Really, if you take a look at the top three Latino athletes in the world of professional wrestling, none stand out like these three individuals, and they are in the ring right now from Las Vegas, Nevada. Juventud Guerera to the top rope, has Eddie Guerrero where he wants him. Juvi sizing him up. Beautiful maneuver by Juventud Guerrera.
Big havoc Corona by Hoovy. Is he going to go for the cover here? 1, 2. Eddie kicks out. Eddie, the most powerful athlete in the ring by far, Jeremy. It's going to take a bit more than that to keep his shoulders pinned for a 3 count.
Well, certainly they all three bring something to the table. The quickness of Eddie Guerrero showcased in that maneuver to Juventud Guerrera. Hoovy, probably more of the speedier of the three, the quicker, the higher athlete, the higher risk athlete as far as the maneuvers go. Psychosis, a great ground wrestler, yet at the times has a vicious aerial attack. Eddie Guerrero looked at as one of the top, if not the top, mat wrestler in the world today, and is not afraid to fly as well. He's a total, complete athlete, Eddie Guerrero.
Look, we just went from aerial to power with Eddie. He did a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker just moments ago, and a big hard kick there. Now he goes up top and takes Psychosis for a big vertical suplex. Held him up there for a minute. Here's the cover. Hoovy off the top rope.
Great save. Great save by the Juice.
Leg drop almost took Eddie's head off. Now, earlier we saw a leg drop that was unbeatable. I guess Hoovy's isn't quite as good.
Well, certainly Juventud Guerrera and Psychosis have opened the shows back and forth on many of the international shows for the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly we are happy to announce we are going to be going back to Australia. April 14th will be the next pay-per-view from the World Wrestling All-Stars. It's The Eruption. It will be coming to you from Melbourne. And for you fans in Australia, that will be actually taped for the American audience on the 13th. So it's going to be a wild night from Melbourne. And certainly, truly an international promotion is the World Wrestling All-Stars. Look at this. Juventud Guerrera. Oh, beautiful maneuver to Psychosis.
Pump handle face buster. Here's the cover. Eddie Guerrero won't even let him get to 2. Eddie stealing the cover. 1, 2. Hoovy breaks that up.
Juventud Guerera, Eddie Guerrero, and Psychosis. You know, a lot of wrestling companies and other promotions have been afraid to showcase cruiserweight talent for whatever reason. Well, we at the World Wrestling All-Stars appreciate what these 3 individuals, and certainly the 6 that opened the show tonight, bring to the table. Incredible high-flying action. These are athletes, folks. They know what they're doing in the ring and aren't afraid to show it. Eddie Guerrero, Psychosis, and Juventud Guerera.
Eddie with that great cruiserweight maneuver of grinding the heel into one man's eye and punching the other in the face.
You have to wonder, the strategy implemented by Eddie Guerrero. Beautiful. Belly to back suplex, and certainly not enough to pin Juventud Guerera. Really, the disadvantage comes to anybody trying to make a pinfall, as there is always a third person trying to break up the pinfall from taking place.
You have to disable one, pin the other.
It's almost
toss
like
one outside the ring, get a pinning predicament on the other.
And that could do it. Perfect example, Psychosis. Now, a pinfall attempt by Juventud Guerera, or rather that by Psychosis, that is interrupted by Juventud Guerera. Heads-up maneuver. He knows, even if it's not him who's getting pinned or making the pinfall, if he isn't the man on top, if he isn't the man making that 3 count, he's not going to come away with the International Cruiserweight belt.
I think Eddie has the most consistent momentum throughout the match, although he's kind of out of gas in the corner. No, here comes Eddie out of the corner. Hoovy behind Psycho, Eddie behind Hoovy. What's going to happen here, Jeremy?
It's Eddie Guerrero. Oh, look at that. Juventud Guerera.
That'll break your momentum, to be sure.
A shot right to the lower extremities, if you will. Oh, beautiful drop kick by the Juice from the top rope. Juventud Guerera, Psychosis, and Eddie Guerrero. Triple threat match for the International Cruiserweight Championship of the World, all part of the revolution from the World Wrestling All-Stars, as we are live in Las Vegas, Nevada. First time on American soil for the WWA, and certainly while we have been around the world, while we have been to countries near and far, it is great to be here in the States, Mark Madden.
It's better still to be in Las Vegas, and better yet, to be seeing, to my mind, 3 of the finest cruiserweights anywhere competing for the WWA Cruiserweight title. You're right, a lot of promotions say they want to have a cruiserweight division, but they don't do it, or they don't know how to do it. Well, Psycho, Hoovy, Eddie, they know how to do it.
They certainly do. And Psychosis now going to work on the left leg of Eddie Guerrero, who looks to be making a big return and certainly showcasing his efforts with hopes of winning the International Cruiserweight Championship, currently held by Psychosis. Now, Juventud Guerera, the only other man to hold that belt. And that belt, certainly at stake here, really represents a lot in the World Wrestling All-Stars organization, as you have seen these great cruiserweights showcase a unbelievable, oh, not enough to pin Psychosis, but an unbelievable cruiserweight division here in the World Wrestling All-Stars, and we are not afraid to feature them, folks, and we are not afraid to tell you that that cruiserweight belt means a lot in this company.
No doubt about it, although it's getting real physical, real violent in there. Eddie with a series of elbows to the back of Psycho's head. Is somebody going to go back up top? Do they have the energy? Or will this stay on the ground and turn into more of a slugfest? There's a takedown by Psycho. Juvi now stomping Psycho. Boy, these competitors just keep going and going and going. That's the cruiserweight genre. A limitless supply of energy, it seems, Jeremy.
Yeah, it really does seem that way. And now it's Psychosis and Juventud Guerrera showing a little teamwork here. First time in the match any teamwork's been shown by either three of these individuals. Oh, suplex to the floor. Suplex to the floor goes Eddie Guerrero. Meanwhile, that gives an opportunity for Juventud Guerrera and Psychosis in the ring to trade chops back and forth. Those chops so vicious by Psychosis. And certainly, Juventud Guerrera floored as the viciousness and certainly the utter lack of regard for one's own well-being in this match is evident. Oh, there's a kick to the midsection by Juventud Guerrera. Psychosis catches him. Oh, there's a face plant by the Juice. That could do it. Here comes a cover by Juventud Guerrera. Could this be it? 1, 2. Oh, and Eddie Guerrero wisely making the save. That could have been it, but of course, in a three-way dance in a triple threat match, that means at any point, somebody can break up that 3 count from happening. Somebody can stop the other from getting the pinfall.
Well, nobody will go away and let it become a one-on-one match. Eddie Guerrero keeps getting thrown out. He keeps coming right back in. Juvi trying to buy himself a little time by putting Guerrero on the outside. Now Juvi goes to work on Psychosis.
Juventud Guerrera now whipped into the, Psychosis whipped into the ropes. And Psychosis now. All three in the ring.
Oh!
Wait a minute. Eddie Guerrero met with clotheslines, double clotheslines by Juventud and Psychosis. Juvi and Psychosis.
Double drop kick, but Eddie ducked out of the way. And that was a double chalupa buster, baby. Psycho and Juvi both down. Let's see if Eddie Guerrero can take advantage. Eddie going for cover on Juvi. 1, 2. No!
Not enough. Not enough to pin.
I think Eddie might have been using the ropes for leverage. I couldn't see from this vantage point, Jeremy.
All three of these athletes have wrestled the world over. All three of these athletes have seen their share of hard battles here tonight for the World Wrestling All-Stars, the International Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Eddie Guerrero now to the top rope. Eddie Guerrero has Psychosis perched on the top rope. Eddie himself now in a tough spot is Juventud Guerrera. And Psychosis and Eddie Guerrero, all three on the top rope in the corner. A dangerous situation. How is it going to unfold? What's Juvi have for Eddie Guerrero? Top rope superplex by the Juice.
Now they're both down from the effects of that superplex. Let's see if Psycho can take advantage. He's struggling to the top rope, but he's getting there.
Wait a minute, could it be that patented frog splash? No, big leg drop, double leg drop.
Oh, double leg drop.
1, 2, and wisely, oh, wait a minute, Psychosis seizing the opportunity, getting a pinfall wherever he can. He knows it only takes a 3 count for him to retain that International Cruiserweight Championship of the world.
That's the closest we've come to a winner there. Eddie and Juvi were both kind of knocked senseless. Psycho got 2 counts on both, but that's it, the match goes on.
Certainly at this stage in the game, you got to rely on instinct. You got to rely on what's ever left. Oh, beautiful move by Juventud Guerrera. I would say so far, Mark Madden, 1, 2, no, wait a minute, not enough. I would say so far a very evenly matched competition between these three for the International Cruiserweight Championship.
Right now it's anybody's match, but that last move by Juvi, only a guy with that muscularity combined with that agility could pull off such a move that combines power and speed.
Juventud Guerrera now with Psychosis reversal. Psychosis now meets Juvi in the ropes. Oh, look at that. Spinning DDT by the Juice. That could do it. We could have a new champ. 1, 2. And Eddie Guerrero makes the save. Eddie Guerrero in the nick of time prevents Juventud Guerrera from walking out of the Revolution with the International Cruiserweight Championship of the world. Meanwhile, Psychosis, battered in days, regains himself, regroups. Psychosis now is able to take advantage of the situation after Juventud has been thrown out of the ring. Powerbomb in the corner.
He hit his head right on that bottom turnbuckle, Jeremy.
Very painful. Psychosis now obviously seizing the opportunity with Juvi out of the ring to try something big and go for the pinfall from the top rope. Hurricane Rana does not connect. Meanwhile, that gives Eddie Guerrero the chance to do the frog splash. That could do it. 1, 2, 3. Cruiserweight Champion.
And WWA Cruiserweight Champion, Eddie Guerrero.
Wow, Eddie Guerrero with an incredible effort. An incredible win for Eddie Guerrero.
That's another one for Los Gringos Locos, Jeremy. Eddie Guerrero, the new WWA International Cruiserweight Champion.
Wow, wow, what a win for Eddie Guerrero over Psychosis and Juventud Guerrero. That means Eddie Guerrero, wait a minute.
Hey, it's your homie, shut up.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, you, man. You know what? Shut the music.
Eddie Guerrero, not really celebrating his victory the way I thought he would.
You know what? It's a Juvian Psychosis. And for the rest of the wrestling world, they say, what, is that about the extent of your vocabulary?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I thought so, morons.
Eddie Guerrero really not choosing this time to celebrate a Cruiserweight title win.
Well, the fans are morons.
It's no secret. It's been all over the internet. And the whole wrestling world knows that I've been dealing with personal issues.
Oh, wow.
Basically, my life has been pretty much a mess.
All right.
But as of tonight, I don't care where, I don't care in front of who or what, I start making my statement back into this business. Excuse me.
Wait a minute.
Excuse me.
Who is that? Oh, wait a minute.
What do we have here?
Who is that?
That's Jerry Lynn.
Looks like an emotionally distraught Eddie Guerrero.
Jerry Lynn is here in the WWA?
Well, there's one surprise for the night.
Isn't that special?
All right. Jerry Lynn has made an appearance here at the World Wrestling All-Stars
I'm sorry,
pay-per-view.
I forgot. Just hang on a sec. I don't want to miss out anything here. Hold on.
Oh, Jerry Lynn now. Oh, come on. Making fun of the hard times that have fallen on Eddie Guerrero.
I just got so choked up in the back. Not.
Come on.
Eddie doesn't look real amused.
I don't know what your problem is, I say, but this got nothing to do with you as a homie, all right? I'm just sending out a message. So don't come here raining on my parade, I say, and trying to steal my thunder or whatever it is you're trying to do.
Your parade. Let's look at the whole big picture here, because all I hear is a lot of pissing and moaning.
Well?
What are you, a third, fourth generation wrestler? You've had a long run in Mexico. You had a long run in New Japan. You had a long run in ECW. You had a long run in WCW. You had a long run in WWF. And I would bet any money that you got all those opportunities just on the Guerrero family name alone.
All right. Well,
that's some accusation.
I would challenge that.
These people didn't come here to listen to your problems. They came here to forget about theirs and be entertained for a few hours. So quit your bitching, biatch.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on.
Is that entertaining for you? You want some of me? Get in line, because I'm not done with the wrestling world, and I'm not done with you.
There's a slap by Eddie Guerrero to Jerry Lynn, who has chosen this opportunity. Jerry Lynn clotheslines Eddie Guerrero. Jerry Lynn in the ring.
This isn't fair. Eddie just had a match.
Jerry Lynn and Eddie Guerrero are going at it here. Eddie Guerrero has just captured the International Cruiserweight Championship, and you know Jerry Lynn was waiting in the wings to make a statement here at the World Wrestling All-Stars presentation of the Revolution to do just that.
There's a shoulder breaker.
And out to the ring. Outside the ring now goes Jerry Lynn. Eddie Guerrero, quick to follow. Into the front row. Into that front rail.
That's it, Eddie. That's what he gets for raining on your parade, Eddie.
We're out here at ringside. It's Eddie Guerrero and Jerry Lynn over the top. And it's Jerry Lynn now being suplexed in the heart. Look out. Look out. Right on the floor.
Eddie Guerrero very, very bitter man, very upset, and rightfully so. I think that Jerry Lynn came out here to interrupt his championship celebration, although it really wasn't much of a celebration.
Jerry Lynn came out here, picked this opportune moment in front of a worldwide audience to welcome himself back to a company that appreciates him, the World Wrestling All-Stars, and apparently, look at this, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, that vicious pile driver by Jerry Lynn on the belt, on the very belt that was just won by Eddie Guerrero. And Jerry Lynn has that belt in his hand. And as
I got your number. I'll be back for my title, champ.
Jerry Lynn, an unexpected visitor here to the revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Certainly unprovoked, wouldn't you say? Jerry Lynn coming out here trying to make a name for himself, but I guess he succeeded. Eddie Guerrero won the International Cruiserweight title. Jerry Lynn laid him out, but I give Eddie Guerrero credit because he wrestled a match and he fought Jerry Lynn hard, and he's the champ, Jeremy Borash.
Well, he certainly is, Mark Madden, as we are here at the Aladdin. There he is, a champion, a beaten champion in the ring. Certainly
Not beaten, please.
A man who has come back from many adversities in his life and certainly has showcased his talents here before a worldwide audience with the World Wrestling All-Stars. And Eddie Guerrero being met by Jerry Lynn. Certainly, we have not seen the last of that story. Who knows? Next time, maybe in Melbourne, we might see these two face off for the International Cruiserweight. Christopher. They're the lovely Starheads. All right, here we go. It's no disqualification action. Devon Storm and Sabu.
Sabu is homicidal, he's genocidal, he's suicidal, or maybe he's just plain nuts, Jeremy. This is a battle of two guys who have taken a lot of big collisions. They've burned off a lot of their own brain cells. Let's see who has the most left in the tank right here and right now.
Scheduled for one fall, and it is a no disqualification match. Introducing to you first, weighing in at 240 pounds and hailing from Rutherford, New Jersey, here is Devon Storm.
Devon Storm shedding the worn-out blue jeans and look for a modified warrior, a man who really has come a long way since joining the ranks of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, being led to the ring by the manager of champions, Bill Alfonso, weighing in at 230 pounds and hailing from Bombay, Michigan, here is the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal maniac, Sabu!
The debut of Sabu in the World Wrestling All-Stars, along with the manager of champions, Bill Alfonso. Tonight, it's no disqualification against dangerous Devon Storm.
I believe Bill Alfonso, not only the manager of champions, but to me, the finest referee who ever worked in wrestling. He called it right down the middle, Daddy. Having him in the corner of Sabu, well, that may be a little much for Devon Storm to overcome tonight.
Well, certainly, it's almost become a an afterthought. It's almost become a cliche in the wrestling business, but you want to take a look at a guy who innovated this business. Sabu returns to pay-per-view in America and around the world for the World Wrestling All-Stars, along with manager of champions Bill Alfonso, against dangerous Devin Storm. Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, 3 words that best fit the man known as Sabu.
Sabu, the nephew of the legendary Sheik Ed Farhat. They both hail from Michigan, Bombay, Michigan. Never heard of that place, but I've heard of Sabu, that's for sure. Little 9/11 tribute here. Sabu wearing the American flag as a burnous. Has his own water bottle, has Sabu written on it. Bill Alfonso, the manager of champions. Devin Storm says he's more focused. Jeremy, he's going to need all the focus he can muster to deal with Sabu and Bill Alfonso.
A number of international and foreign journalists and photographers here to cover this event tonight here at ringside, as Sabu, who has an international reputation certainly, and a reputation for just a completely reckless abandon in the ring, takes on Devin Storm, a man who has showcased his talents on many of the World Wrestling All-Stars international shows here tonight. In Las Vegas, Nevada at the Aladdin Casino, has chosen Sabu as an opponent certainly to return to pay-per-view with. And both men squaring off. Manager of champions Bill Alfonso in the corner of Sabu, and certainly in a no disqualification match, Mark Madden, that really lends itself to some opportune moments if taken advantage of from not only Sabu, but of course the manager of champions Bill Alfonso.
Well, Sabu doesn't mind pain. In fact, he kind of gets off on it, if you ask me. Look at the scars that crisscross his forehead, his face, his entire body. Sabu will take a lot of punishment to give a lot of punishment, and I expect that will bear itself out in the moments to come.
No disqualification match, and certainly as we have the opening moments of this contest, both men feeling each other out in the ring, and certainly as the moments persist, as the action heats up here in this no disqualification match, really just about anything possible, as dangerous Devin Storm has shown, and certainly showed on our last pay-per-view, WWA The Inception. There's a 2 count. Willing to go to high, well, literally great heights to win a match, and certainly we saw it last month with Norman Smiley, the victim of an incredible, breathtaking dive from Devin Storm through 2 tables. And certainly Devin Storm tonight looking to return to pay-per-view in a big way against Sabu. It's Sabu now, ducking a clothesline. Now Chris Devin Storm willing to belly to back suplex Sabu, and Sabu wisely taking a moment to catch his breath and certainly to rekindle his spirits.
I don't think his spirit needs rekindled.
Well, if it ever did. Devin Storm certainly is the man to take Sabu to new heights. Sabu on the second rope now. Beautiful leg drop. And certainly, as Devin Storm and Sabu tie up here for the World Wrestling All-Stars, we've already crowned a new international cruiserweight champion. Both men out to the ring now.
Great defensive move by Sabu. Devin Storm ready to deposit him over the top rope. Sabu got Storm in a head scissors and made sure both of them went outside the ring. Not just one, but Sabu paid a price there with his head rammed right into that metal staircase.
Bill Alfonso, the manager of champions, able to assist Sabu in whatever diabolical projects he has for Devin Storm, has just taken a chair now. Meanwhile, Devin Storm has the stairs. Devin Storm has the stairs.
And Bill Alfonso giving the referee a few pointers.
And it's Sabu now being set up. Who knows what Devin Storm has in store.
Oh, what's he going to do here? Is he going to pile drive him on those metal steps, suplex him?
You're kidding. Suplex. Oh, on the top rope, and certainly that really backfired on Devin Storm, ended up costing him.
Sabu shifted his weight, got some leverage on the top rope, and Devin Storm went crashing to the floor outside the ring.
Oh, beautiful. Over the top rope, and it looks like Sabu landed on his head. Certainly Devin Storm getting the brunt of that, but Sabu at the same time once again showing why those high-risk maneuvers can be a great payoff and a great detriment at the same time.
Sabu's busted open, I think. I think Devin Storm has drawn first blood from Sabu.
Well, certainly with the battle scars on the body of Sabu.
Yeah, what's one more?
Beautiful. Beautiful maneuver by Sabu as he goes to work on Devin Storm, and certainly you gotta wonder, Mark Madden, at what point does that blood come to factor in, not only from a visual standpoint, blocking the vision of Sabu, from a psychological standpoint as well.
Here's a modified camel clutch, it won't affect Sabu. You don't have that many scars and shed that much blood to let it bother you in a match this deep in your career. Boy, he has that camel clutch locked in. Doesn't have leverage on Devon Storm's right arm, though. Doesn't have the leg underneath it. So there, he goes for a blow to the head, a kick to the head, and breaks his own potential submission hold.
Sabu, who has wrestled all over the world, has a strong Japanese contingency here tonight to not only photograph, videotape this match, and certainly as you look at Sabu and Devon Storm in the ring, a great example of the diverse action you see here from the World Wrestling All-Stars. Incredible maneuver from Devon Storm, who beats Sabu with a clothesline.
The blood really starting to flow on the face of Sabu. Well, I followed Sabu's whole career. Big leg drop by Devon Storm. First, you wonder how he can walk. There's a 2-count. Then you wonder, how can he still compete? Then you wonder, how can he still win? Then you wonder, how can he still keep taking championships all over the world? The man is a walking miracle health-wise.
Without a doubt, and certainly those battle scars are a testament to not only the millions of miles this man has traveled all over the world competing, but certainly the battle scars he has endured to get there. To this point in the business, 1, 2, and a beautiful Northern Light suplex. Not enough to pin Sabu as Devon Storm goes to work with a chin lock on Sabu.
That's the new cerebral, organized, calmer Devon Storm. He's still a madman, he's still evil, but he knows when to slow things down. He's thinking a little bit more out there, Jeremy.
Well, I would think that's a smarter match for Devon Storm to wrestle. I think that's a smarter approach. Reckless abandon, sure, it works for a lot of folks. Sure, it's worked for Sabu. Sure, he's made a career out of it. But Devon Storm, refocused now with a new approach. Certainly, I think a smarter approach. Oh, there's a beautiful right. That clocks Devon Storm. And certainly, the blood begins to flow, and certainly that must have an effect from a visual standpoint to Sabu. Beautiful belly-to-back suplex.
You know Sabu once won a silver Olympic medal in self-mutilation?
There it is. And it's Devon Storm now.
Would have won the gold, but crooked French judging.
That could do it. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and not enough to pin Sabu, who rolls outside the ring now.
You got to kill him to pin him.
You really do.
His blood, it's no big deal. Slap a butterfly stitch on it, he'll be as good as new.
You got to wonder. This may come down to a matter of pain threshold for these two. Who survives in this contest? It may come down to who has enough inside. Wait a minute, Sabu now. Look out.
Oh! Now Sabu hit Devon Storm with a big blow, but he also jammed his hip against the steel guardrail. It just goes to show you, these guys don't feel pain. This match could go on all night. I'm not sure you can hurt one of them enough to pin him.
Wait a minute, the manager of champions, Bill Alfonso, setting up a table here at ringside. Sabu, many feel, and certainly I am one of them, the very first to implement a table, and certainly we've seen it so many times now in the wrestling business, but first was done by Sabu many years ago, and certainly he's made a name on it.
I'm glad you said that. Not one of the first period. He was the first to use a table as an offensive weapon.
Well, certainly, he may regret that introduction to a table after Devon Storm gets through with him here tonight at the Revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars, live on pay-per-view from Las Vegas, Nevada. Gang, it's so nice to have you with us. Jeremy Borash and Mark Madden at ringside. There's a suplex, or a front suplex, I guess, just dropping the face of Sabu to the stairs. And Devon Storm seizing the moment, seizing the opportunity outside of the ring, and certainly that is really where Sabu is at his most dangerous.
This crowd can't believe what they're seeing. This crowd can't believe that two guys can punish, annihilate, and torture each other this much, yet still keep going, Jeremy.
It ultimately will come down to the pain threshold, I have a feeling. Devon Storm has shown over the years that he can take a beating, he can take a licking and keep on ticking. Now, it's Sabu. And Devon Storm with that table set up behind him. Devon Storm seems to have something in mind. Sabu trying to crawl back into the ring. It's Devon Storm now in the ring. Sabu on the outside. Oh no, what is this? Devon Storm sizing up Sabu. Here we go. Oh, attempted, looks like a sunset flip to the floor. Couldn't hold on to the pin. Couldn't hold on to the pinning combination.
He planted him though. This is the first time Sabu looks a little bit physically vulnerable.
Certainly, after any amount of pain, after this has certainly, the punishment has taken its toll on both these men. You gotta wonder at what point does one guy say, I've had enough? Sabu, wait a minute, no, not quite enough. Sabu looked like he was going to seize the opportunity. take advantage of a moment with crowbar on that table. Sabu goes to the top, rather back onto the ring apron. Devon Storm has done his homework, realized he was in a tough spot, and really stopped that from happening.
To me, one of these guys is going to come up with something new and innovative to win this match, but given the repertoires of both these competitors, what new could they possibly come up with? They're going to have to stretch themselves to be a victor here.
Sabu, beautiful leg drop.
No one quite interferes like Bill Alfonso, do they?
Well, certainly Bill Alfonso, the manager of champions, earned that nickname for a reason. Oh, there's a chair. Nice toss. Oh, right to the forehead of dangerous Devon Storm. That chair. Another trademark of Sabu. Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal, into the corner.
Oh, Devon Storm fell forward and jammed his own chin on top of that folding chair.
That could do it. 1, 2. Not enough to pin Sabu. Bill Alfonso on the outside, but is now behind us. Going for another chair. Bill Alfonso certainly making his way around ringside. Sabu now. Sabu. What is this? Unbelievable move.
What a moonsault, but Devon Storm, I think, got a knee up. At any rate, Sabu appeared to take a blow to the midsection. Both competitors are in a world of hurt right now.
1, 2. Oh, and Devon Storm somehow finds it within. From within to kick out of that after Sabu. One impressive maneuver after another.
Oh! Devon Storm hooked Sabu's leg, and Sabu dove head first right into that chair that he himself had set up. Boy, I feel bad for referee Marty Valenza in there, Jeremy. How do you call this match? It's a no DQ. You just got to stay out of the way and count 3 at some point, I suppose.
Really, that's his only role in this, is to make sure both men can continue. Both men are able to continue in this unbelievable no disqualification match for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Devon Storm heads up maneuver. Devon Storm, look at that, right onto the chair.
Death Valley driver right onto the chair. Sabu's feet are in the ropes. That may prevent a pin. And Devon Storm breaking his wrist and a couple of his ribs may prevent a pin as well.
1, 2, and Sabu once again demonstrating an unbelievable pain threshold, able to kick out of that. Sabu, once again, for a second time, able to withstand the offensive arsenal of Devon Storm.
What a match. What a great no DQ match. It's hardcore, but they're not using weapons. They're not using garbage cans.
Look at
they
this.
are using chairs.
Body slam on the chair. And you got to think that's it. You got to think Sabu has had enough.
We could have sold that seat. Now, I would have gone for a pin here. If I'm Devon Storm, I'd try to cover him. What's he going to do now?
Wait a minute now. Has put that chair on the face of Sabu. And this is where he earns that nickname of Dangerous Devon Storm. Oh, right across the face.
Tumbleweed leg drop rolling into the ring. The chair on Sabu's face. Here's a cover.
1, 2, and not enough to pin Sabu. Not enough to take out the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal Sabu. No disqualification matchup for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Oh, he's thumbing him in the eye. Devon Storm, well, you got to wonder if he's frustrated right now because he's tried everything he can possibly try, and he has not really come close, to be honest, to pinning Sabu. Sabu has an answer for all of Devon Storm's questions.
You got to wonder, at what point does Devon Storm throw out this new strategy, throws out this new persona, and resorts back to his old ways, his death-defying ways, his dangerous ways. Oh, there it is, over the top rope, to the floor.
At what point does Sabu lose so much blood that he passes out, Jeremy?
At Devon Storm now. You see the crowd here at the Aladdin Casino in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, witness to one of the most phenomenal no disqualification matches, and certainly I'm thinking at this point Devon Storm willing to take it to a new level. Here we go. This may be a prime example of that. Big splash to the floor.
That's the leap of faith, and Devon Storm hurt Sabu, but he hurt himself as well. Jeremy, is the Aladdin Hotel and Casino sponsoring Sabu, or does he dress that way all the time?
Certainly fits into this environment. The Aladdin been a great place to host this pay-per-view, and certainly a fantastic fan convention last night. A great meet and greet opportunity for the fans of the World Wrestling All-Stars to come out and meet some of their fans, or some of their favorite wrestlers, rather, for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Look at this. Almost like a wheelbarrow. What does Devon Storm have in store for Sabu? Oh, right across the rail. Right across the rail at ringside. great opportunity. I'd like to say hi to all the fans that came out last night in support of the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly you watching at home. Thank you for being a part of the revolution for the World Wrestling All-Stars. Once again, Devon Storm has Sabu up in that wheelbarrow position, right across the protective rail.
Jeremy, I'd like to say hi to the Las Vegas Blood Bank. We're going to send the guy in baggy pants over there in about 20 minutes. Look at the amount of blood he's lost.
And a chair back into the ring. 2 chairs now in the ring, and Dangerous Devon Storm and Sabu in this no disqualification match, pulling out all the stops. And I have a feeling we have yet to see what they will resort to. We have yet to see the extremes that these men will go to overcome one another in this no disqualification matchup. And now it's Devon Storm sizing up Sabu. Could we see a power bomb? No. Sabu reverses. Tries it again. No, not quite enough to power over Sabu, and certainly that's the fatigue. That's got to be the fatigue. Devon Storm now. Oh, there it is.
Vertical suplex through 2 metal folding chairs. That's got to be it. That's got to be it.
Here he goes.
Arabian Facebuster! I love that move.
Stick a fork in him. I think that's it for Devon Storm. That's got to be all for Dangerous Devon Storm in this note. Wait a minute. Obviously, Sabu seizing the moment, looking to take it to another level. High-risk maneuver coming up from Sabu. Wait a minute, Devon Storm. Oh, there's a chair. Did you see that?
Sabu didn't.
Did you see how that connected? Right to the forehead.
The edge of the chair hit, Jeremy. The edge hit Sabu right where he's cut already, not the flat part. That had to have opened up another gash.
And certainly, Bill Alfonso,
the manager of champions,
has to be wondering at what point does his man throw it in the towel. That's never been done before by Sabu, and I wouldn't expect it to happen now.
He'll quit. He'll quit. He'll die first. Come on, you know him better.
There's a DDT to the floor. Meanwhile, Bill Alfonso is draping that table over the protective barrier at ringside, and now putting. Oh, wait a minute. This could be something spectacular. This could be something big. This could be something that takes it to a new level. Sabu to the top. Through the table. Shatter.
There were no survivors. Unbelievable move by Sabu. Well, I'll tell you what, he's the first to use the table, he's the best to use the table, and every time you see Sabu, he uses the table a different way. I mean, he's bleeding to death now. That could sort of, keep him from doing different stuff with the table in the future, but what a move by the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal maniac.
Dangerous Devon Storm, who has held numerous hardcore belts around the world.
Mindbender!
Oh, wait a minute, now signaling for the Mindbender. The Mindbender, the finishing maneuver of Dangerous Devon Storm. Could Devon Storm put Sabu away? Could this be it for Dangerous, or rather for Sabu in this no disqualification match as Dangerous Devon Storm calls for the Mindbender? Here it comes. Face first to the mat. And a cover. 1, 2, and oh, Sabu.
How did he kick out?
Sabu has kicked out.
How the hell did he kick out?
Sabu is kicked out of the Mindbender. And now Devon Storm once again going to a high-risk maneuver. Big frog splash to Sabu. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, dear Lord.
He hit him with the Mindbender, with the leap of faith. He's bleeding like a stuck pig. What else can Devon Storm do to win this match?
It may take a chainsaw to beat the man. For God's sake, who knows what it's going to take for Sabu.
Don't encourage them. And Sabu launches a drop kick. Where is he getting this energy? This is amazing.
Certainly these two proving their value, proving their worth in front of a worldwide audience. So glad you're joining us tonight for the World Wrestling All-Stars. You're seeing two of the best, two world-class athletes going to work. Sabu and Dangerous Devon Storm giving it their all, showcasing their wares, showcasing what they bring to the table for the World Wrestling All-Stars. And another high-risk maneuver Sabu now could have. Dangerous Devon Storm. There's a 2 count. Not enough to pin Devon Storm in this no disqualification matchup.
I wish the Sheik were here. He'd be proud of his nephew, wouldn't he?
Sabu and Devon Storm.
I wish Bela Lugosi were here. He could suck the blood off Sabu's face.
Now to the top rope. And catches it right between the legs. Devon Storm now climbing to the second rope. Climbing now to the top rope. And is thrown off by Sabu.
He hit so hard the PA system shook. Sabu now sunset flip, Jeremy.
One. No, that's not it.
Hey, wait.
Oh, there was a 3 count, but Alfonso pulled the referee out of the ring. What's going to happen now? It was only a 2 count. You can't blame Alfonso. It's no DQ. He just did right by his man, Sabu.
The referee doesn't have to like it, but he has to allow it. Devin Storm now has Bill Alfonso in his grasp and is met with a drop kick. Now Alfonso lays in a boot for good measure. Sabu. Oh, right over the head.
He would appear to have connected fairly solidly there, Jeremy. And again with the chair throw.
Just hurling a steel folding chair at the forehead of Devin Storm.
If Sabu bleeds anymore, I'll be the one hurling. Thank you very much.
Sabu, a bloody mess. There it is. Another beautiful maneuver. A patented 1-2. Not enough. Just one of the many maneuvers we've come to expect. Anybody who's known Sabu over the years knows he can pull him out of his hat at any moment.
This is longer and more violent than Vietnam at this point.
And look at the back. The back is split open. Oh, there's a chair.
Alfonso hit his own man by accident.
2, 3, and Devin Storm has defeated Sabu.
That was a battle of survival. Pure and simple. Survival, instinct, and guts. Devin Storm's the winner. Sabu, by virtue of 3 counts, the loser. Both wrestlers, an unbelievable match. I don't know what held Sabu and Devin Storm up for quite so long.
Wow. Crowd in attendance here at the Aladdin giving appreciation to both men in an incredible, hard-fought, no disqualification match.
They should give plasma to Sabu.
And Sabu has certainly shed blood, and lots of it, for the World Wrestling All-Stars in his debut. Certainly, you gotta wonder at what point does Devin Storm even think of this as a victory after what he's been through? Certainly a moral victory, nonetheless, defeating Sabu.
It's a victory. It's a victory big time.
Well, he will feel that tomorrow.
It's no loss for Sabu, but it's a victory for Devin Storm.
Wow.
Very cold, very calculating, very cunning, very technical, very much deserving of the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it certainly is. Devin Storm now crawling on the stage, and certainly a hand given by the fans here in attendance for both men. In this no disqualification match, Sabu and dangerous Devin Storm here for the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly the bloodshed from Sabu, certainly testament to the effort put forth by both of these incredible athletes here for the World Wrestling All-Stars. And wait a minute, Bill Alfonso handing Sabu a steel folding chair. Bill Alfonso now has gone back to work. Sabu in the meantime, delivers a chair to the back. Delivers a chair to the back.
And Alfonso's getting a table out from under the ring. You fans see Sabu and Devin Storm up on the stage. Alfonso right in front of us with a table.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at the chair. Look at the chair right across the back by Sabu to dangerous Devin Storm. And certainly, you gotta wonder, what is Bill Alfonso doing? Obviously instructed by Sabu for something high risk, for something spectacular. And certainly, you got to take a look at what both these men have been through and what both these men are willing to do at this point. Oh, wait a minute. Sabu drapes.
Now, where's Sabu going to go? Is he going to run back through the curtain? Where's he going?
Wait, he's leaving. Is he leaving?
No, he got to be planning something because Alfonso's still out here making sure that Devin Storm stays on the table.
Look at that. Sabu is on top of the big screen. Sabu is high in the air. Sabu has a chair now. Arabian. Unbelievable. Leg drop through the table by Sabu. And while Devin Storm may have won the battle, Sabu has won the war in this no disqualification matchup.
This war is hardly over. Where did Sabu get the energy and the aggression? How did he have anything left in the tank to go after Devin Storm once the match was over? That's an amazing, amazing finish to an amazing, amazing match. Devin Storm the winner. Sabu at the end going after Devin Storm, but boy, Both guys are in pretty bad shape right now, Jeremy.
Yeah, they certainly are. Wow, what a no disqualification match. The World Wrestling All-Stars here from the Aladdin Hotel and Casino in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Referee checking to make sure that there's a pulse on both these men. Unbelievable action as Sabu and Devin Storm once again showing while they are two of the most hardcore wrestlers in the world today. With this no disqualification matchup, certainly.
It makes you wonder, Jeremy, is it worth it?
Well, certainly we haven't seen the
I mean, it's worth it for the fans. They get their money's worth, but I don't know. Oh, they're still going at it up there.
Yeah, they are. Well, we have security on that one to clear the area. It almost looks like a crime scene up there, for God's sake.
Sabu has some kind of spike in his hand now, a sharpened pencil or something. But I think Alfonso was wrestling him backstage.
All right. Well, speaking of backstage, let's take you backstage now. Here are the World Wrestling All-Stars Revolution pay-per-view.
Ow! Ow! Oh! Loney, that hurts.
Lenny, hold still. Hold still. Moving around so much.
Shouldn't I take my shorts off for this?
Hey, I'll be finished in just a second. Hold still. I can do it with these shorts on. Hey, do you have any scissors?
I don't have any scissors.
Oh, there's only one thing left to do.
Oh, no. Well, you gotta thread the needle, I guess. Let's go ahead and take it to our next contest here for the World Wrestling All-Stars from Las Vegas, Nevada. The West Hollywood Blondes, Lenny and Lodi, coming out to certainly, I'm sure, a very receptive crowd, as they always get a interesting, well, that's not Lenny and Lodi, that's a table remover. Here they come. The West Hollywood Blondes, Lenny and Lodi, our tag team match here tonight for the World Wrestling All-Stars. And certainly these two individuals, since their last effort here on the World Wrestling All-Stars pay-per-view network, have really tried and tried again to get a representation for a shot at the World Tag Team titles.
Well, I think they deserve it. To me, Lenny and Lodi are just two normal guys and two fine wrestlers. Okay, maybe their wrist lock is a little limp, but as a tag team, they fit together perfectly, Jeremy.
Yeah, well, certainly something back. Wondering if something happened backstage to Lenny and Lodi. Could be. All right.
I like this background music. They could play it all night as far as I'm concerned. They're just trying to build up anticipation. Anticipation for the West Hollywood Blondes, the finest tag team currently coming through the entrance to the ring. And here they are!
Oh, yeah, there they go. Lenny and Lodi. Very good, guys. Very nice of you to show up here tonight for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Hey, they're not just all spangles and ponytails. They have got charisma. They have got wrestling talent. They have got really cute matching outfits. And they have got a heck of a match coming up. But Jeremy, who are their opponents?
Oh, we have no idea who they're facing in the ring.
Lodi's still swinging around the signs. Boy, don't they look precious? Look at these two. They look divine. They look like the former drag queen Divine in some respects.
Lenny and Lodi don't know who their tag team opponents are going to be. Oh, wait a minute. Rick Steiner. Who's he? Rick Steiner.
I didn't know he was going to be here. The dog-faced Kremlin, the king of the suplexes, the proud alumnus of Michigan, Rick Steiner. Boy, this guy's going to make an impact, and he might use some of the West Hollywood Blondes to make an impact on the arena floor. Rick Steiner here in WWA, taking on Lenny and Lodi, the West Hollywood Blondes. But who's his tag team partner going to be?
Did he bring somebody with him? That's the big question.
Well, you know, he's man enough to take on most tag teams all by himself. But I know Rick Steiner, he's a smart guy.
Wait a minute.
He's gonna... Oh, no!
Ernest the Cat Miller?
What is he doing here?
Ernest the Cat Miller.
You didn't tell me Ernest the Cat Miller was going to be here.
And Rick Steiner against the West Hollywood Blondes.
Okay.
You want from me? Come on, motherfucker!
I know he's going to call me fat. I just know it.
No, you got it coming, Mark.
Hey, wait a minute now, wait a minute. Hey, you two girly boys. We're not gonna do this for free now, okay? I tell you what, I'm gonna put it on the line. If you two girly boys can beat us, I'm gonna crawl across this ring, I'm gonna pucker up, and I'm gonna kiss Mark Madden's fat, nasty ass.
Oh. Come on, Mark.
But I tell you what, we gonna do this for all the people here in Las Vegas, and we gonna beat your ass, then I'm gonna throw you out to the crowd, and I'm gonna let them whoop your ass too.
I knew he was gonna call me fat.
All right, here we go. Tag team action for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Like my mom doesn't do that enough. Ernest the Cat Miller, Rick Steiner against the West Hollywood Blondes. Who would have thought Ernest the Cat Miller would show up here tonight, Jeremy?
Yet to come tonight, our World Heavyweight title match. Brian Christopher.
Don't let him near me. Don't let Ernest the Cat Miller near me, Jeremy.
Tag team action, the Dogface Gremlin and Ernest the Cat Miller making a big return here to the ring. And it's Lenny and Lodi, their opponents, the Dogface Gremlin, the DFG. Unbelievable athlete, just returning from a very successful tour of Japan to be here tonight for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Rick Steiner, very popular New Japan Pro Wrestling, where he just had a very successful series of matches over there. Do you think Lenny and Lodi like being in the ring with two real men like Rick Steiner and Ernest the Cat Miller, Jeremy?
I highly, highly doubt it. It's Rick Steiner now making the making the tag to the cat, rather. Dog and cat in the ring. How about that? Lenny and Lodi, their opponents. There it is.
Dogs and cats tagging together.
1, 2, 3, and that's it.
That's it?
That is it. That is it.
That's it already? Lodi didn't even get in the ring.
Lenny and Lodi have been defeated.
Lodi didn't even get in the ring. The cat didn't even put on his red shoes. It was over just like that.
Oh, and there the Dogface Gremlin chasing Lenny and Lodi. Ernest the Cat Miller back here. Wait. Hey, hang on. Hold on. Hang on. Dear God. Mark? All right, Mark Madden, be careful, pal. Some hazard pay for you at ringside here. What? You all right? All right, it's main event time.
I'm gonna want paid in cash next time.
It's main event time for the World Wrestling.
I knew that was gonna happen.
I have no idea. Stop it now, please. Here we go. It's time for our main event for the WWA for the World Wrestling All-Stars. You all right?
I'm very, very hurt, if you don't mind me saying so.
Let's go to Tom Trieber in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Aladdin Hotel and Casino, here in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's time for our main event for the WWA Heavyweight Championship.
Whoa.
Introducing to you first the challenger, weighing in at 222 pounds, and hailing from Memphis, Tennessee, here is the Grand Master, Brian Christopher.
Oh yeah, your challenger, Brian Christopher, returning to pay-per-view, and in a big way, against the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. Possibly the biggest match in the career of Brian Christopher, as he takes on the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, Brian Christopher can certainly, sorry, a little spasm there. Brian Christopher can certainly get jiggy with the best of him, but would he have what it takes to beat the chosen one, the guy with all the strokes around WWA? Sorry, little pain in the eye there. I think Brian Christopher's going to give Jeff Jarrett all he got. Time will tell whether it's enough, Jeremy Borash.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, weighing in at 238 pounds and coming to us from Music City, USA, he is the reigning World Wrestling All-Stars Heavyweight Champion. Here is the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett.
There he is, the current reigning and defending World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion, the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. And really, Brian Christopher, in the many, many tours of the United Kingdom and Australia that we've done, has really shined and certainly main evented big arenas. Wembley, he's main evented Glasgow, Scotland. In the ring with the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, and really has come into his own here in the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Well, this is a whole different kettle of fish. Jeff Jarrett coming over here to talk to me. And let's face it, just like in WCW, he got me this announcing gig, Jeremy Borash. You know that. I'm the chosen one. But Brian Christopher's a great wrestler. But this is a whole new ball of wax. It's for the world title. Jeff Jarrett knows how to manipulate. That's how he became the chosen one. But Jeff Jarrett also knows how to compete, how to fight, and how to wrestle. That's how he became WWA champion. In my opinion, the finest world heavyweight champion since Frank A. Gotch, the master of the toe hold.
All right, we are off and running. The WWA World Heavyweight Championship belt, proudly worn by the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. Both men, second-generation competitors, and Jarrett faces Brian Christopher here in our main event, our very first pay-per-view for the World Wrestling All-Stars from Las Vegas, Nevada, and certainly two world-class athletes, and certainly Brian Christopher, a second-generation competitor. We know who his father is, obviously, the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. Of course, legendary father, Jerry Jarrett, really brought him up in the wrestling business, and there it is, the World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion, as we come to you live at our main event for the World
Jeff
Heavyweight
Jarrett with some rather nasty verbiage for the crowd here.
You all my homies right here. Love figure together. Let's go. Hey, sissy boy, you heard all these people over here saying you suck? Is that right? Well, I got news for you. Hey, guys, listen. Jeff Jarrett doesn't suck. I know for a fact he swallows. That's what he does.
I, for one, don't believe that for a second.
Jeff Jarrett, you listen to me. You listen to the Grandmaster. I came here for two reasons. One reason is to dance. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna dance right after my second reason, and that's kicking your ass, boy. So get in here.
All right.
Let's go, come on, Las Vegas, let's make a little noise.
Here we go, the World Heavyweight title on the line. Brian Christopher getting an opportunity tonight, and really has earned his spot. Bret the Hitman Hart said it best, climbed the ranks here in a very short time in the World Wrestling All-Stars organization, all the way to the main event for the Revolution.
Brian Christopher's serious. He already yanked the strap down. Oh, no, wait, he's not wearing a strap. Not totally like his dad, but I'll tell you what, Brian Christopher is ready, willing, and able, but will he be able to beat Jeff Jarrett?
That question remains as we tie up for our main event for the World Wrestling All-Stars. So glad, it really is an honor to be bringing this to you tonight. It's been an honor to showcase some of the greatest talent we believe here in the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly
that's how you do it right there.
We are so very, very proud of the athletes who come here and, of course, tour with us around the world.
But we're proudest of Jeff Jarrett because he represents the World Wrestling All-Stars as our heavyweight champion.
He certainly does. It's Jarrett now, hip toss to Brian Christopher. And that patented Jarrett strut.
I can't get enough of this for my money. That's better dancing than all that hip-hop slop that Brian Christopher does.
Hey, Madden, this is too easy. Give me some competition in.
Well, he's commissioned me to get competition from the back. You got any ideas, Jeremy?
He said it's too easy.
He said it's too easy. Hey, he's the champ. If he says it's too easy, it is indeed, what are the words I'm looking for? Too easy.
I'll tell you what.
Too damn easy.
The fans of London can testify to the fact Brian Christopher, several occasions, two specifically and a third that was in Australia, has defeated the Chosen One Jeff Jarrett tag team action. That's enough to earn him a spot. That's enough to showcase what he's all about. With Hitman Hart, commissioner of the World Wrestling All-Stars. It's all about giving an opportunity. It's all about a chance. There's a clothesline over the top rope. Goes Jarrett at the hands of Brian Christopher.
Brian Christopher certainly looks ready. Certainly looks primed. Oh, splat right in the face. That sliding drop kick really put Jarrett down outside the ring.
Oh, yeah. There's a little dancing.
Hey,
There's
hey.
a little dancing.
He can't.
There's a little...
Pull your pants up.
Come on.
Pull your pants up.
That's absurd.
His partner had a better worm, I'll tell you that.
Right hand by Jarrett, blocked by Brian Christopher. And again, a right hand by Brian Christopher. Both men, second-generation athletes, grew up in this sport. Both men, at the age of 4 or 5 years old, introduced to the sport of professional wrestling, and
Jeff
it has
Jarrett
been in their blood since.
Jeff won his first belt at 4 years old. I know that for a fact.
1, 2.
No, no!
Not enough to pin the World Heavyweight Champion. Not enough to do in the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett. 1, 2, and again, kicking out. Certainly, Brian Christopher has shown, has earned that spot, has earned the reputation here in the World Wrestling All-Stars. There's a neck breaker. 1, 2, and it wasn't enough.
Boy, Brian Christopher's kind of taking an edge here, which seems almost hard to believe considering the magnificence of Jeff Jarrett. But Christopher, like I said, he's ready, he's primed. And Jeremy, you put it best. This is his big shot. Who knows when one will come his way again.
Oh, yeah. Over the guardrail.
Look at the people cheering because they're close to their idol, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, certainly, greatness is known.
Boy, is that first row out of shape.
Brian Christopher and the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, now battling into the crowd of the Aladdin Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we are bringing you the main event for the World Wrestling All-Stars on the Revolution, the very first pay-per-view here from the United States. And the World Heavyweight title is on the line. These two battling up through the stands. And the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, is never afraid. Has never once in his life shied away from taking a shortcut to get a victory.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Well, it's certainly been very successful for the Chosen One.
He's the champ, the WWA champ. To me, he represents all that is good and just and skillful and athletic and noble about this company.
Oh, right across that bar.
Right there, skillful, athletic, noble, throat to the metal bar. I like it.
Oh, very good. Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, now having words for the referee, who is obviously being a little lenient since this is for the World Heavyweight title.
Right, if you DQ Jeff, which I'm not saying should happen, but if you DQ Jeff, then Christopher gets the win, but not the title, and who cares? I say let him fight to the finish.
Absolutely. You've got to be lenient when it's all on the line. The world, there's a beer. There's a beer in the face.
I bet Brian would have opened his mouth if he knew that was coming.
And it's Christopher now being choked by the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, as they make their way back into the ringside area of the Aladdin. Beautiful theater here, playing host to the World Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly we look forward to coming back here very soon for another pay-per-view from the WWA, and certainly showcasing great talent like the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, and Brian Christopher, who takes Jarrett's head and rams it right into the staircase at ringside. The Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, certainly has been in a number of epic battles, certainly has seen his share of opponents over the years, and has survived here in the World Wrestling All-Stars organization since the Revolution, or rather the Inception pay-per-view, which aired back in January here in the United States. Here comes Christopher. Oh, does not connect.
Jeff's seen a lot of great opponents, held a lot of great titles, but I'll tell you what, Brian Christopher may be the hungriest foe, but look at how smart Jeff Jarrett is. Notice how Jeff talks to me during the show? Kind of puts me over, doesn't it?
Well, he certainly seems to have some sort of connection to you. I'm wondering.
Hey now.
If it's the shared philosophy of doing whatever it takes to get ahead.
Right on. That's what I was going to say. Come on, Jeff.
Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett now. In the corner, Brian Christopher whipped into the turnbuckle. Oh, and there it is. Certainly.
All it takes is one break. One great move by an experienced champion. One critical maneuver by Jeff Jarrett, and Brian Christopher's in a lot of trouble, it looks like.
You gotta wonder, folks, at what point Does Brian Christopher realize what he's up against here? And at what point does the Chosen One realize he's going to put Christopher away? Now, don't count Christopher out for a second. He has shown on more than one occasion what he's worth. He has shown, when put to the test, what he can do. To the top rope. Cross body block. And a reversal. That can do it. 1, 2. We've got it. No.
No, we don't. But it was close.
Very close.
Jeff Jarrett is getting all he can handle and then some from Brian Christopher. A lot of family pride here, the Jarretts and the Lawlers. That was a big competition in Memphis wrestling for many, many, many years. Now it's carried over to the two kids of the rivalry.
There it is, the sleeper hold. A patented maneuver of the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, blocking the blood to the carotid artery of Brian Christopher, slowly wearing down, and eventually, if he has his way, putting to sleep the challenger for the World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight Championship here tonight.
Come on, Jeff.
For the revolution of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Hey, if Jerry's kid bounces back and wins, you want me to sing You'll Never Walk Alone at the end of the telethon?
Chosen One cinching in now on Brian Christopher. As he cinches in that sleeper hold in Brian Christopher, it may just be a matter of time before the Chosen One walks into the Revolution and walks out of the Revolution, holding the WWA World Heavyweight Championship. Now, all it takes is 3. There's the 1. There's the first. Brian Christopher now looks all but out. As that sleeper hold, there's 2. One more, Mark, and we have ourselves a winner in the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett.
The ref should fire it down. Fire it down. Fire it down.
Oh, wait a minute.
That was a muscle spasm. He's out.
Pulling something. Reaching down deep inside is Brian Christopher. He knows what's at stake. He knows this opportunity that has been put before him by Commissioner Bret Hart. Reaching down deep inside. Breaking the sleeper hold. And it's Christopher now on delivering a sleeper hold of his own.
That's a choke. That's a choke right there, it looks like from here. Oh, what a reversal by the Chosen One.
Christopher now lands on his feet. Oh, beautiful kick by Brian Christopher to the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett. As both men obviously feeling the fatigue of their efforts put forth here in hopes of winning the World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight Championship title match.
And Ziggery kick by Brian Christopher knocks Jarrett for a loop. Boy, these two superstars are giving their all. And
1, 2, and oh, Jarrett out at the very last moment.
I got to admit, Jeremy, you said before the match that Brian Christopher would take this opportunity, make the most of it, and let his hunger come to the forefront, give him a chance. And he has a chance right now.
He certainly does.
He's on the verge of winning a world championship. It's an amazing effort. Come on, Jeff.
And certainly don't think for a moment that Brian Christopher doesn't realize the opportunity that's been given to him by Bret the Hitman. There it is. A beautiful tornado DDT.
Jeff, foot.
2. Oh, very good call, Mark Madden. Heads up. Veteran maneuver. Jeff Jarrett really is one of the only, and I do mean only, wrestlers you can call in this business, both a veteran and a youngster. Still very young, but yet has a veteran-like experience, work ethic. Oh, there's a power bomb on the floor.
Sunset flip into a power bomb on the floor, but he can't beat him outside. He can't beat him outside, Jeremy.
Brian Christopher now taking this opportunity to introduce the Chosen One to the guardrail at ringside.
That's all right. Ain't nothing bad can happen out here except a little pain, and Jeff Jarrett knows the meaning of the word pain.
Oh, there's a thumb to the eyes.
That's it, Jeff. That's it, Jeff.
Wait a minute. Be careful.
Get out of the way.
Oh, wait a minute. A kick delivered to the referee.
We better get out of the way here. What's going on? Now Christopher has a chair. Where's ref? Get up! Get up! There's chicanery going on.
Hey, all's fair in love and war. And I'll tell you what, Brian Christopher, while the referee is down right here in front of us at the announce table, taking this opportunity to use a chair against the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett.
Get up, ref. There's chicanery afoot. Come on. Oh, what's Christopher going to do now? He has goggles.
Oh, you know what's coming. You know what the opportunity is. You know what's coming here.
What? Tell me, what?
From the very top. Here comes Brian Christopher with the hip hop to the Chosen One. Here's a cover. 1, 2,
Don't count,
3.
don't count, don't confuse the fans.
Referee, 1, 2. Are you kidding me? The referee has been pulled out by the other referee.
Slick Johnson interfered. He intruded on Marty Valenza's territory.
Referee Slick Johnson. Where's the referee shirt, the senior official of the World Wrestling All-Stars?
Little six-string symphony, brother. Ref, get in there! Ref, come on!
Marty Valencia, senior official, 1, 2, and has been pulled out by Slick Johnson.
That's a bunch of crap. The referees can't fight each other.
Slick Johnson.
That's debris from that concert before the show. Tantric, they dropped the guitar, and that's what the debris is from, Jeremy.
The referees are going at it. The referees. We're out of time, folks. We're just about out. Referees going at it. Referees going at it. And through the crowd. Oh, wait a minute. Chosen one now. Going for the belt.
Jeff Jarrett has the belt. Brian Christopher, now he has the belt. What's the, no way.
Here we go. The Lawler pile driver. We certainly know the history. Oh, not so fast. Chosen one. Has Brian Christopher.
The stroke, yeah, the stroke.
On the World Heavyweight title. There it is, the stroke. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the winner, and still WWA Heavyweight Champion, the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett.
How about that there, Slappy?
The Chosen One, your
Chosen
winner.
One, the world champion.
In the World Wrestling All-Stars Revolution, your champion, walking out of the Revolution, is the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the World Wrestling All-Stars and the Aladdin Hotel and Casino, we appreciate your participation here this evening. We look forward to seeing you again real soon.